Whew, 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 whew. Hey, Remy, how are you? Oh, that was silly. How are you this morning? You're number one. Oh, Lord. Yeah, I'm live. Always have to check because I'm such a ditz. How are you this morning? It's going to be 90 plus degrees today. I don't have a swimming pool. I'm thinking of getting one now. I think, I think it's time. I don't want to go to a public pool. I don't. Hey, Babe Beauty. Good morning. I guess Remy just popped in and popped out. Yeah, it's going to be 90 plus degrees. Hot. Hot. It was in the 50s this morning, but it's going to be hot. Hey, Rhonda. How are we today? Ooh, she had a good one last night. She put out a new one. It was a good one. Was a good one. How long are you? You guys crack me up. You crack me up. You crack me up. What's my heat on? Oh, my air conditioner. Turn it down. There. My husband got mad at me last night because he said, "Why do you turn the air conditioner down and then put a sweater on?" It's like, I don't know. Because I can. I hate the heat. It was a good one, wasn't it, Rhonda? It was a good one, the last one. It was very satisfying. Something's wrong with you. Something is wrong with us that we enjoy watching that. Mhm. It doesn't even make me sick. I can even watch it while I'm eating. Like, seriously. Well, I no, I can't say that. The stuff with a lot of blood, that stuff makes me sick, but not the just the pimple part. That doesn't really make me sick. Like, listen to me talking about pimple popping. So I don't know what to say. Hi, babe. Hey, Republican Ash. Good morning. Is that the real Republican Ash? Is that the real? What are you doing up at? I guess it's 4 o'clock in the morning where you are, or five. It's late. I know it's early. Well, nothing wrong with not having much to say. Oh, that's right. Jesus. Well, I'm watching on StreamYards. It doesn't, and on StreamYards it doesn't show who has a rent or not. Hey, Sarah. How are you? How are you? How are you? Good to see you this morning. Yeah, it was hot yesterday. Boy, it was a hot one. Uh-oh, here comes Jason, the troublemaker. Jason, he's always got something smart to say, even though I'm nice to him all the time. What did you do, Republican Ash? What? Got a coffee. Hi, Carrie. You're drinking coffee. What, Republican Ash? Tell me. Oh, is it afternoon there? I guess it would be, huh? You're just like 6 hours ahead of us. Hey, Melanie. How are you? No. Okay, what? Jason is harmless stir. I know. I'm used to his jokes. I'm used to them. I am. Oh, Lordy, Lordy. So anybody going to go swimming? I'm going to get a swimming pool. I swear to God, I'm getting a swimming pool because I am not going to spend this whole summer in the house in air conditioning. Is there something wrong with Jason? I bet Jason doesn't even know why you're spelling that way. I edited a video, but it's on my channel unlisted. Oh, what's it a video about? Ash, do tell. You're good at editing anyways. I can't edit to save my life, swear to God. It's on my channel unlisted. Oh, well then nobody can watch it, right? If it's unlisted, nobody can watch it, right? Nobody can watch it unless they have a link. Well, that's good. Yeah, man, I'm glad you know how to edit. I wish I knew how to edit. I do not know how to edit. I wish I did. There's a lot wrong with me. Wait until tomorrow morning, the last day of work. Last day of work? Why? Your last day of work? Why? Did you get fired? Only people can watch it when they are subbed. I'm subbed to you. So that means I can watch it. Oh, do you have that join thing on your thing? If you're subscribed, you can go back in your notifications and grab the link. Wait a minute. I don't understand. If you're subscribed, you can go back in your notifications and grab the link. Whenever I've tried to do that and someone puts their video on unlisted, I can never go to it on my background channel. Is that the one with less subs? I work 3 12s a week. Oh, okay. So when you work 3 days, you get 4 days off. That's not bad. I wouldn't mind doing that if I went back to work. I think I am, Ash. Let me see. I think I'm subbed to 2 of your channels. I think so. Let me check. Oh. I think I subbed to you when your channel went down for a week or something. The whole hockey mom thing. And I think I subbed to your other channel. Let me check though. Is it Rep Ash or Republican Ash? Let me see. Oh my God, I'm having a hard time seeing. My eyes are going buggy. I swear I'm going to need bifocals pretty soon. Wow, I have got a lot of people. Yeah, I have 2 of you on here, and they're both Rep Ash. And I am subscribed to both of them. One's got a picture of you, and one's got just Republican Ash in a circle. So I guess that means I'm subbed to both channels, unless you have another one that I don't know about. Is that the one you're talking? Yeah, yeah, I remember that. And I think you had a backup channel, and that's when I subbed to you then. That was a while ago. That was like months ago, months and months ago. Oh, you only have 2. Okay. Well, it says there's no video on it. There's no videos on it. Hang on. Maybe there is. No, it says this channel doesn't have any content. Is what it says. Hey, Babe Beauty. It's too hard to look up people's channels with this new format. Well, here's the thing, and be careful here because I have a cloned account. But the picture, you see how my picture is like bigger on here? It's really a small circle on the other account, but it's got my same name. And I don't even know. I have no idea who could, like, why they would want to clone my account. I'm like nobody on YouTube. Like, it's so stupid. Like, clone somebody's account that's important, like Jeffree Star or something. My account, not important. Hey, Charlie girl, how are you, sweetheart? How are you this morning? Send you a link? Okay, here you go. Cooking, listening. Oh, you're cooking? I don't cook this early in the morning. I don't eat this early. Hey, Brandy, how are you this morning? I know I'm quiet. So quiet today. Hey, you.
What's up, Carla?
What?
What's up? How you doing?
Oh, I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
Good. Ah, your chat is very it's been quiet lately. I noticed that.
Well, that's good though, don't you think? Isn't it good? Have a quiet chat.
No, like less people chat in there
What do you mean? Like less people chatting in the chat part or less people just coming in?
in your chat part.
Um, Actually, I don't see a difference, to be honest with you. I don't
Oh,
know. Maybe I'm not
oh.
just being, I just don't see it. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I
How
know
you
there's,
doing?
I'm doing fine. Oh, yeah, you sent me a text message on my phone the other day. I don't check my phone all the time. I answered you
Mm.
back, but I never check my messages on my phone.
I thought you were upset with me.
No, why would I be upset?
I don't know, but so
I don't get upset about YouTube stuff. I know people get, you know, their, feelings hurt. Sometimes you'll type something up and you'll take it the wrong way. Hey, Nanya. And somebody will take it the wrong way when you meant it as a joke. Like when I type something in your chat and I mean it as a joke, sometimes it doesn't come out that way.
oh, it's okay, and I apologize.
But when you got mad at me because I typed in something about, for
I didn't
once,
get mad at you.
well, you were upset. You're saying it was fucked up what I said because I said something like, I think I said, I'm trying to remember now so I
It's
don't get this
okay.
wrong. I think I said something like, oh, for once, this drama isn't about, it can't be blamed on me or something. And you said it was fucked up. But it's because I've been going through a lot. I was going through a lot of drama. So it was like kind of a relief to me that, and nothing was about me. You know what I mean? For once, I couldn't be blamed for anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you've been getting into trouble a lot more than me, and I have a bad temper than you.
Well, actually, for the last 2 weeks, it's been, you know, it's been pretty good. We've been
but
like just talking
you're
about,
but you're strong. You ignored it pretty good.
well, you gotta,
Yeah.
what else does it do? You can't fight with, here's the thing, Republican Ash, you cannot
Mm-hmm.
fight with everybody on YouTube because you're never going to win. Okay. The people that hate you are going to hate you no matter what you say, right? You know that. It
Mm-hmm.
doesn't matter if you have a channel. You can go on 15 different panels and the people that are hating you are going to still hate you, even if you go up there and say, whatever to hi turquoise, um, to defend yourself. So I've stopped trying to defend myself and just try and do my own thing and have my own fun and talk who I want to talk with who I want to talk to and just stay away from the drama and not blame anybody for, troll accounts that come in here or whatever. It is what it is. There's always going to be trolls. There's always going to be, you know, crap that goes on. And
Mm.
that's how it is. What is that
Well,
clicking?
well, last time, oh, ignore it. It's my fucking phone. I apologize. I don't know why it does that. It does that shit all the time. I hate it. It gets me frustrated. But I was just gonna say that. Well, last time I had a really good chat. Everybody was in my chat, and we had fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we had fun.
Yeah. We had fun
Brian was there.
yesterday.
Yeah, Brian was there in my chat. Who like a lot of
Where
people
was
were
on
there.
your TV? Oh, you poor thing, Turquoise. I hope it's not a big screen TV. Oh, God. I don't even want to see myself on a big screen TV.
How come you guys are saying wrong in a in a different way. What's
Oh,
going on with
that's the
that?
pimple popping, a woman that pops pimples. Her first name
Okay.
is Huang, Huong. So they're just doing it as kind of like a joke back and forth. They're using it like instead of saying wrong, they're saying Huang.
Oh, that's not very nice.
No, I mean it's just a joke. It's
Oh,
just a joke.
yeah.
Joke. Huh?
Yes. Yes.
It's just a joke. It's just using, you know, because she has that name, and only a few of us like pimple popping videos. A lot of us don't. So that's all.
Yeah.
That's all
How was
that's
your
about.
weekend?
It was pretty quiet. Didn't do much. It was pretty hot, so we did some planting outside, put some cages over our tomatoes and stuff. But other than that, not much. Watched some TV, talked with some
Mm.
friends, on Facebook and stuff. But that's about it. Nothing much.
Oh, oh, thank you, Turquoise. I appreciate that.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
No, I ain't gonna do that, Jason.
Smaller head on your TV. Jesus. My troll account, because I've got a troll account on me. It's
You have a
Carla and
troll
Crew.
account?
Not a troll account, not a troll account. What do you call it? Cloned account. And
Mm-hmm.
it's got my same face on it, but it's like really small, like the circle is smaller. It's so
Mm-hmm.
stupid. I don't know why people. I mean, Ems has got a cloned account. Mel's got a cloned. You've got a cloned account. They're just cloning.
Mine's
Starlight's got a
gone.
cloned account. I don't. I just don't know why they're doing it. I don't know.
Mine's gone, and I don't know why. I don't know why people are doing it to you guys. But you just report it, and that's all did you report
Well,
it?
I don't even know how to report it because I can't find it.
Mm. Oh, okay, Jason. I
Oh,
was like, okay.
but yeah. So that's that's about it. Nothing exciting going on.
Hmm. Well, you're doing good at ignoring it. That's really good. I know it's hard, but kudos to you.
Well, actually, it's actually not hard, to be honest with you, because people in the morning don't want to talk about, all that crazy stuff. So I'm trying
Yeah.
to talk about stuff that interests the people that come in here that are getting ready for work and, on their way to work and stuff. That's all.
You know you should talk about? You should talk about like maybe we can give advice how people can handle um like give them courage to ignore it and so they can be more happy and positive. That's what I'm trying to do. We
Yeah,
can
maybe one of these days I'll do a stream about that. I don't know.
yeah.
Haven't really, yeah. Maybe one of these days I will, but I think it's too new. Like, you know what I mean? Like I just have to
Yeah.
get away, distance myself from everything for a while, and then maybe I will one of these days. I don't know. I haven't decided. I'm just trying to stay away from, the negativity and that. I just have my coffee in the morning and talk to my people who come in
Let
here.
me see your cheeks. Okay, good.
I know. You know what? That morning I had put blush on and I forgot to what do you call it? Blend because I was talking to my
Mhm.
friends and I
Mhm.
looked shitty, crappy. Hey,
Oh, don't worry
Sue.
about it. You're
Good morning.
fine.
Morning. Did you
How
get how
are
you got
ya?
off to work? I'm good.
I
Hey,
did. I did.
Ash274 said, good morning, bitches. Morning,
Hey,
Hey,
Ash.
S274. Morning, baby beauty. Morning, turquoise. Good morning.
no,
How's
there's
Jason?
no. I don't like talking shit.
Orange
No,
butterfly Dory.
Brandy says, I love Carla's coffee chats every morning. Great people in here. Yeah, there are great people in here. Even if, like, um, not everybody talks because people are getting dressed to go to work and stuff. It's okay. A lot of people will just say, I'm listening, but I can't talk. And sometimes that's what I do too. If I'm Hi, Eagle. How are you? Some people are multitasking and, Eagle, how's your brother-in-law doing? Her brother-in-law's in the
Eagle.
hospital in Pittsburgh.
Oh,
You
prayers
want to
to
come
you,
up and
Eagle.
tell me how your brother-in-law's doing? I don't know if you can. Yeah, her brother-in-law was transferred to a hospital in Pittsburgh.
Oh, wow.
See, serendipity is listening while doing dishes. See, you can't type when you're doing that. Oh, just another busy, busy day in the underworld. Hot as hell. Ash cracks me up.
I don't crack you up either.
Sometimes you crack me up.
I'm just kidding. Anyways, well, I'm gonna let you enjoy your chat. I'll be in the chat.
Okay.
All right. Take care,
All right.
Carla.
Okay, you too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I'll be in the chat.
All right. His oxygen level went down in the 50s. Is that good or bad? I don't know.
Not good. Not good.
Come on up, Eagle. Do you want to talk about him a little bit? I want to send out prayers to Eagle's brother-in-law. Has been in the hospital for quite a while now, a couple weeks. Because I can't remember what he had. Something to do with his... I can't remember now. I can never remember medical stuff. Like, you're good at that stuff, but I'm not.
I try to forget it.
I know, but you know when people are talking about medical stuff, you know what they're talking about. I don't.
No, that's scary. That's scary. The oxygen levels in the 50s.
Is it?
That's yucky. Yeah. It's dipping low. It's supposed to be 100%. So just think half.
It's supposed to be at 100%. Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, now I get that.
But I'm wondering if they took it. Is she coming up?
I don't know. Do you want to come up, Eagle, and talk a little bit?
Everybody, all the nurses that I've worked with have always called it an O2 stat. An O2 stat. Stat is short for statistic, or stat is an area, but not sat.
Oh, she's going to come up
saturation
in a second. So I don't know. But,
so yeah, so sometimes if they're just doing it on the finger, it could be really wacky. Like really giving you a stupid number. But if they do like arterial blood gas, where they take the blood out of the artery in the arm, it's different. That's really, really, really accurate. So I don't know.
It should be 96. Mel Burrow saying very, very low. It should be 96% to 96% minus 88%, and that's with oxygen. Wow, is that bad too? Oh, here comes Eagle. Hey, girl.
Hey.
So
good morning.
What's up? Lighting a cigarette.
Yeah, I have to.
Eagle, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah. So what's going on with your brother-in-law?
Yesterday they actually took him from the SICU to a regular room.
Good.
They was going to start doing a swallow test on him.
Okay.
What's that?
And where they worked on his esophagus, it's more or less like trying to retrain him to swallow.
Did they open up his esophagus? Is that what they did? Dilate it?
Charleston had poked a hole in his esophagus.
Oh God. Awesome.
So when he got to Pittsburgh, that was a hassle in itself.
Yeah.
He got to Pittsburgh. He still had the hole in the esophagus, which they tried to patch. And
that's right.
The doctor actually moved the stent and replaced it and fixed the hole.
Right.
So when they got him into his room yesterday, one of the nurses had given him a Dilaudid.
Okay.
I don't know. I read up on, people with shallow breathing and stuff like that should never take a Dilaudid.
Well, Yeah, and any of your narcotics are going to be respiratory suppressants. They're gonna lower your suppressions, not only in the amount of times that you breathe per
Taco,
minute, but the depth of the breath that you
of course.
take, so that you're not breathing all the way down into your lungs. It makes it more shallow and makes it less often. And
Yeah.
it's just not really a good idea if you can help it. I mean, was he in a lot of pain?
No, he was not complaining of any pain. He was good.
Seizures?
Nope, no seizures. They, as soon as
What about
I
him?
think it was like 20 minutes after they gave him the Dilaudid, his oxygen level just dropped really fast.
Jeez.
Wow.
So my husband was there, and me and my husband and his family, and my family too, were all really protective over Greg.
Well,
So
you know, Misdemeanor, he has the was it mental capacity of a 9-year-old? Is it
yes.
that he has? Yeah.
I wonder why they gave him Dilaudid, though.
One of the nurses decided that he was in pain, and before they took him to physical therapy, they wanted to give it that so he doesn't go through pain. I'm like, are you crazy? He doesn't express pain like we do.
Okay, so here's a tip just for the
Hi,
future.
little Kelly.
That you can tell them. And if you want to really blow their mind and blow them off their feet, if they say, well, we're going to give him something for pain before he goes to physical therapy, say, why would you do that? You know, a certain amount of pain is good, even if you're going to physical therapy, because then you don't injure yourself, because you don't know.
With some kind of drug. St. Tacos is funny. I mean, it's funny and not funny. I have impeccable timing. Every time I come on a stream, someone's talking about opioids or some kind of
Yes,
drug.
baby. Yeah, baby.
It's
But
life,
that's
baby.
I mean,
It's life.
taking a Tylenol would be one thing. Dilaudid is a whole different ball game.
Yeah, put him in the trunk, Ash.
When he come to live with us almost 8 years ago, he was on 13, 14 different types of medications.
Yeah, I heard you say something about getting them removed off of majority of them, thank God.
Yeah, he's down to taking 3 medications a day.
Wow, that's good. That's really good.
Well, yesterday, what had actually happened is because he's been without taking his medicine for weeks. I mean, we're talking going on 4 weeks. He has anxiety. He has depression.
Right.
My husband, when his oxygen level dropped yesterday, the nurses, my husband said there was like 15 nurses that gathered all around his bed and just, they were scaring him.
Yeah.
And my brother-in-law could not see my husband. And that's his main focal point is my husband.
Right.
He can look at a face and see if it's really bad or if it's going to be okay.
Right.
And my husband told him, says, you guys need to calm the fuck down, clear the fuck out, and leave him the fuck alone.
Right.
I was like, oh my God, you're going to get arrested, you dumbass.
No.
But as soon as the room cleared out with all the nurses, his oxygen level went straight up.
And with the anxiety, sometimes you get that tendency to kind of pant, really short but quick respirations, but that's not giving you more oxygen. It's kind of making it worse. You know what I mean? Like you're saying
I
with
have anxiety.
Yeah. So poor guy.
They moved him back. They moved him
How long
back.
has he been in the hospital? How long has he been in the hospital?
Tomorrow would actually make it 4 weeks.
That's a long time.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Yeah. But thank you all for the prayers and thinking of him. We're not out of the woods yet.
Yeah, I understand that.
They had to, this last surgery that they did, they had to go in and clear the infection out of his chest.
Oh my God.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, so he's got fluid on the lungs. They've got tubes going into his lungs. The poor baby, my heart's breaking for him.
Yeah. It's rough. And I tell you, seeing what I've seen for a very long time, if you're a family member and you can be there as often as you can, be there, because Yeah. My
Yeah.
level of trust and security in
Oh
that
yeah, when
field doesn't exist anymore.
I had to squeal on the nurses in the hospital when I was in the thing because they weren't taking good care of these guys' mother. They were letting her sit in poop and stuff, and she was next to me. So I took sons aside and I said, you know what, you need to go talk to them because they're letting she's screaming for help. They're ignoring her. I don't know what the hell they're doing. And they went, and after I had talked to the sons, they were a lot better about, going and taking care of her after that. But, I would have to eat in a room. She was right next to the bed beside me. And she would be pooping, like, trying to eat when
While
you
you're
smell
eating.
that. Like, it's not very, it's not very appetizing, let me tell you.
No.
It was very, it was hard.
I can't tell you how many times I've had
It
families
wasn't
come
her
in and tell
fault.
me
I don't
that
blame
they
her.
were really grateful that they had somebody that was pretty alert in the room with their loved one, because at least then they could, get
Well,
some.
I used to I used to go up to the nurse's station and say, you need to come down to the room because, it was my arm that I was operated on, so I could walk down there. She couldn't. She was bedridden. And I would go, she's been ringing her bell for half an hour. Nobody's coming. Like, what the fuck? It would piss me off. They just didn't care. It was like a long-term care facility because I went from the hospital to like this place. And oh my God, I couldn't get out of there fast enough. It was horrible.
Yeah.
It was horrible. Worst experience of my life.
Well, so far, Pittsburgh, the hospital there has been remarkable. I mean, I give them 5 stars. They have been excellent with my husband and my brother-in-law.
Good.
What's the name of the hospital? Do you know? UPMC?
Yeah, Presbyterian.
Presbyterian. That's not where
Miss
I
Murphy,
was.
you look so pretty this morning.
Oh, thank you. I just woke up.
I did too, kind of.
Thanks guys for your comments. I'm reading chat, but yeah, I just woke up. I didn't want to interrupt while Igor was talking.
My sleep habits are so screwed up. I think I'm Australian. I think.
Yeah, it's 10 here at night.
Remember, it's not morning there. It's nighttime there.
Yeah.
Like 10 o'clock at night or 11 o'clock at night. I don't know what it is.
Long gone are the days where I'd still be celebrating my birthday.
Still don't see no purple hair. Oh, that's right. I have to sing happy birthday to you. Happy
Again.
birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Bridget. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
Eagle jumped down.
Eagle jumped out.
Was she leaving? Did she say she was leaving? Is she going to come back up?
I didn't. I thought she had stopped talking.
Oh, she can come back up if she wants. What's Jason saying? I'm glad Carla gets y'all up early in the morning. Y'all could sleep the day away. Well, they don't have to come up or get up. I don't force anybody.
No, and it's 20 past 10
Jason,
here.
quit being a troublemaker. Jason's a troublemaker.
It's being a shit stirrer.
He's a shithead.
Like it.
Take these
Thanks, guys.
dogs outside. Come on, troops. Let's go.
Everybody's saying happy birthday to you again, Bridget. Happy birthday from Turquoise. Happy birthday from Mel Barrow. Happy birthday from Brandy. Happy birthday from Orange Butterfly. Happy birthday from anybody else? From me.
Thanks, guys.
Again, I said happy birthday yesterday, but I'm saying it again today.
Almost didn't get out of bed. I was like, no, I promised.
You're welcome, Jason. Anytime.
I went and got some Maccas today.
What did you get?
Maccas.
What's a Maccas?
McDonald's.
Oh, Macca's.
Yeah, okay.
Maccas.
Somebody take away her honorary Aussie badge.
Maccas. She went to Maccas yesterday. What, did you go for breakfast?
No, what today?
Oh, you
after
went.
Mike
You went
left.
already.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
jealous.
they're open 24.
What time is it?
I'm jealous. I'm
It's
jealous.
almost 7:30 here.
Happy birthday
Almost.
from
Yeah.
Jason.
Say, because you're on
Happy birthday from Jason.
Yeah, I'm Central.
Bridget.
whoever Bridget is. That's me.
Whoever
Miss
Bridget
Murder.
is. Bridget is Miss Murder. Jesus. Don't you pay attention, Jason? Jesus.
Get with it, Jason.
Okay, it's 1:22 p.m. here in the UK. I haven't been in bed yet. I'm knackered. Too much drama for one night. Phew. And now I have upset Ash 274. Oh, well.
Did I miss
Ash
something?
doesn't get upset. She doesn't get upset. She gets even.
Right.
She doesn't get mad. She gets even. You know how Ash works. She puts you in the trunk of her car, like when I went on my first date and got thrown in the trunk of my car. Oh, St. Taco said happy birthday. I love that finger emoji that she has at the beginning of her name. She put the finger up and St. Taco, Jay and Rosemary's Baby. I love that. I just love
I
that.
still would have paid good money to have been on your first on that date with you.
What, with me getting in a trunk?
Yeah, I just you
Oh,
would have
that
been
was
like a
me.
really
That was,
good
you
future
should have seen my
Silence
face.
of the
I was like,
Lambs victim, right?
yeah, really. But stupid. I mean, so stupid. You get into the trunk of a car of a total stranger. Because it wasn't my date's car. It was his friend's car. So you don't know what kind of freaking idiot driver he is. And plus we're all teenagers, so it's a teenage driver, God, what a moron I was.
Hey Mel,
that's me. I admit it though.
45.
I admit I'm an idiot. What? How old
How was
are
your
you?
night?
Oh,
How was your night last night?
We don't talk about
day?
age on here.
Right. Yeah, it was good. They gave us free donuts at Krispy Kreme, so free donuts is good. But
good old America, we're out here to make.
Are
the
you
rest of the
using
world
your
as
new
fat as we
camera? Are you using your new camera?
Yes.
Because it doesn't look any clearer.
Yes, it does.
I don't think so.
Hang on, let me turn this.
I don't think so. Because she's got that background thing on. Without the background. Yeah, a little bit.
I think it looks really good.
I'll show you the old camera.
Okay, yeah, use the old camera and then use the new one. Because she was really fun. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Big difference. Big difference.
It's sharper, a sharper image.
And see you smoke those cigarettes real good.
Hell yeah. Light them up, baby.
She's always rolling a cigarette. She's always got those papers in her mouth, rolling them.
Yeah. That's me.
Everybody probably thinks that we smoke, she's smoking weed on here every day.
She is. You didn't know that?
No, I didn't know that. I had no idea. I had no idea. I don't do that bad stuff.
Yeah, took the puppies outside. They can stay out there
Left-handed
for a while.
cigs. What's a left-handed cigarette, Jason? Please tell me.
Oh, yeah, I hadn't heard that.
Is that a joint? A left-handed cigarette is a joint, is it?
Is it? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Could be. It could be.
Yeah, I learned that from Smokey.
Smokey's so funny. I wonder if did you hear if he got his makeup?
Hey, Jojo.
No, I haven't heard from him.
Jojo's saying happy birthday to you, Miss Murder.
Oh, thank you.
She's singing. Oh, come up here and sing it for her, Jojo. Because I sang it already. So you can come up and sing if you want. Oh, Lordy.
Where's the little Telltale this morning? I'm not seeing her.
Who?
Oh, there she is. There she is. She's down there giving trouble. Okay.
Who's that?
Rhonda? Two honks don't make a right. Yeah, Rhonda.
I know. She keeps she's saying, you can't be wrong. Wrong. Hey, Carla. Hey, Kimberly. How are you, Mikowski? Did I say that right? I hope I didn't just dox you.
What's our topic for today?
Kowski.
Did we have one?
Well, we'll start. We got to find one
I fell
to start
asleep
with.
last night so early and slept through. I was out smoking. Who upset me? I don't think anyone upset me. Not that I remember. Well, other than normal people that I say irritated me. I think it was Mel Barrow said she upset you. Gosh. Okay, Rojo. Hello.
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 Good
You want to
morning.
sing happy birthday to Bridget?
Oh God, I've just woken up.
Right.
Well,
Oh,
I have to go back out again because I can't hear you properly.
You know what I
I'll
watched
go back
last
out
night?
again. I'm just gonna make my son's lunch and I'll come back.
All right.
Okay.
Because the sound's really, really low for some reason. I don't know why.
Oh, maybe it's StreamYard. StreamYard
All right.
sucks.
I'll see you in a minute.
Looks donkey poop.
Okay.
So
I was while my phone was being cagey last night with the weather that was coming through, I watched the Jeffrey Epstein documentary. I had not seen it. It was pretty interesting.
I missed a lot last night.
It was good. I've already watched it.
YouTube is.
It was alright. I mean, nothing we don't already know, really, but you know.
I mean, I knew the surface stuff. I didn't know how deep, how far up, let's put it that way, how far up law enforcement got quiet real quick and quit working on things suddenly. And just how far reaching, and the fact that he got that
Restarted,
judgment, the one where he got the judgment from the court that was the plea deal or whatever it was that nobody knew was coming.
On up, my girl.
That was crazy.
My girl Ems is in the chat. Malbaro says, "Shit, Ash 274 can't find goose, so sent a swan and a duck."
That's sweet.
The other thing that I found amazing was Alan Dershowitz. I mean, he's a smart guy.
Did y'all see the John Bobbitt documentary? Not sure why I had Lifetime on, but it was.
Oh, the Bobbitt? Oh, God, is that not crazy or what?
I don't know. I never saw it for some reason. I don't watch Lifetime that much. I used to watch it. Then they had that Jodi Arias, Dirty Little Secret. It was about Jodi Arias, and it pissed me off. So I can't stand her. So I stopped watching Lifetime because I hated
Jodi Arias gives me the creeps.
They made her look too pretty.
So yeah, they're asking about what the Bobbitt, Lorena Bobbitt stuff.
Jason was asking.
Jason is.
Yeah. Here's my thing. If I went to all the trouble to get rid of the thing that was offending me the most, like I'm sure there was a dog over a fence somewhere in the neighborhood that would have had a great snack.
Oh my God.
Just saying. And I would have, if the cops came to me and said, "All right, where's his penis?" I would have said, "What penis? What are you talking about?" He lost it again.
That's really
I would totally, right? I would totally put it off. I wouldn't take him to where I threw it. I was just like, you went to all that trouble to get rid of it. Why would you take it? Here it is.
Jason said
didn't he do porn after? Didn't John Bobbitt do porn after that when they reattached it or whatever?
He tried.
Yeah,
he tried.
Well, like, would it still work though? Here comes Ems.
Does your pee-pee work?
Hey,
Ems only comes up when we start talking about pee-pees.
I was just gonna say, I pop in just a couple of minutes ago and I start hearing about feeding dogs penises and shit.
Yeah.
Someone's letting off.
Well, Jason
seriously,
Ems.
Jason
actually brought it up in chat.
Yeah. Oh, Mississippi is like totally flooded.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Bad.
Are you still getting rain? Are you getting rain?
Yeah, we got some a little while ago, but it's cleared off a little bit now. That's why I let the dogs
beautiful
out.
Here.
Before it becomes a lake in the backyard.
It's going to be 90 some odd degrees. Do you have a pool, Ems? I'm thinking of getting one this year. I really am.
this is the first house that we haven't had a pool, and I just don't think it would get used. So I don't think I'm going to put one in.
Oh, really? I don't
Mhm.
know. I just don't want to go to a public, any public place where,
I'm
ever.
surrounded by lakes, though. There's literally a lake on
Yeah.
each side
Yeah,
of the
we
hill.
have a lot of lakes here too. But yeah.
I got pulled over yesterday.
Did you
Uh-oh.
show some boob and get out of it?
Listen to this nonsense.
Okay.
So I'm
Wear your
driving
mask.
through a town, and all of a sudden, this really good-looking officer pulls me over. And I'm thinking, all right, I knew I didn't do anything wrong, so I'm a little confused.
He pulled you over because he thought you were hot. You know that.
Well, you know what he pulled me over for?
What?
My tint on my windows.
Oh,
Really?
yeah.
Freaking tint. It is factory tint. Are you serious? So I said, you can look at my owner's manual. My vehicle came with this.
Right.
So he didn't give me a ticket, but isn't that weird that I got pulled over for that? And it's only on the back window.
He just said it was for that. He pulled you over.
He wanted to check you out. Yeah.
He wanted to check you out. Come on.
He was cute. Maybe I was checking him out just as hard.
I'll never tell. Yeah, there are some cute cops, though. God, there are.
I just don't get that, man.
I don't know, guys in cop uniforms, I think are hot. I don't know why.
Marry one. That'll change.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. But I think guys in uniform are cute. I do. I got a warning for my tint, which came on the car from the factory. Dumb.
Yeah.
What's the warning about? Why do you get a warning about that? I don't get it. What's the warning for?
They test your tint because it can only be so dark. And granted, because my car is black and my back windows and stuff are really dark, my front, they're not very dark. I get why they might think it's illegal, but it's not. I'm within legal limits. Even when you get it inspected, they test that here in New York.
If you pull me over because my tint is too dark, I just need you to know you're going to get a warning at your own office for being a dumbass. Just saying.
Right?
Go ahead and start writing.
It's a law here, though. I have
but
friends.
If you buy your car like that, what can they do about it?
Oh, I agree.
If you've gotten it inspected in order to get it tagged,
right?
So what mechanism are they using to measure the degree of tint?
It's a joke to me. But
I'd have to tell them, your tint measurement needs to be recalibrated because you're stupid. Yeah.
It was my first time getting pulled over for something like that. And you know how you see the lights in your mirror and you're thinking, oh my gosh, was I on my phone?
Yeah, really.
I was thinking.
You automatically feel guilty whenever they pull you over, no matter what.
No, the thought that goes through my head when I get pulled over is, well, it's about time y'all finally caught me. I mean, I'm usually speeding, so
I do.
They go, did you know that you were driving da 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 da? I'm like, no, but I'm sure you know, and I don't.
I do. I speed a lot. That's what I get. If I'm going to get pulled over, it's going to be for speeding.
I hear you.
But I've never been pulled over for speeding. That's the thing.
Oh, I have.
I've been pulled over for incomplete stop. Like, how you get to a stop sign and you don't quite, all four wheels don't stop and you just keep going.
Tap and go?
My tap and go, yeah.
The craziest thing I've ever got and I got a huge ticket for it, was an air freshener hanging from my window. Or hanging from my mirror. Yeah, and I had to go to court for it because I was going to try to fight it. I had to pay like $300 for that. For an air freshener.
Oh, Jesus.
Yep.
Well, here's my normal. Here's my normal. This is what always happens to me, but this time was kind of obnoxious because of the people I had to deal with. So I get a ticket in one city in Kansas, right? And it's for because I didn't have my license with me, didn't have my insurance with me, just pretty much, and a little bit of speeding. Not bad, but speeding. Okay, well, I filed 13 that real quick because I had things to do and forgot completely about it until there was a warrant. Yeah, okay, whatever.
Something Similar happened to me.
Yeah. So one of the nurse aides asked me, she goes, "Can you take me over to this bank?" Which happened to be my bank. And because I need to, deposit money or get money out, whatever. I said, "Sure, no problem." So it's like right around the corner from where we work, from our office. We go over there, and on the way back, there is the city. We're in the city adjacent to the city that I got the ticket in, right? So there's a cop behind me, and of course, whoop! I'm like, "Oh, fucking great!" So I pull over, and I have my license, registration, insurance. Gotta hand everything to him. Okay, we're all good. I'm gonna need you to step out of the car. I'm like, "What for?" He said, "Well,
Oh
there is
shit.
a warrant out for your arrest in the other county." And I said, "For real?" He goes, "Yeah." I said, "So what do I need to do?" He goes, "Well, you need to give us $500." And I said, "Okay, well, let me go to the bank." He goes, "No, you don't understand. You're under arrest."
Oh
I'm like,
shit.
Oh my
"You're
God.
you're you're not kidding, are you?" He said, "No."
Oh,
And
that's
so I
never
told,
happened.
right. So I said, "Let me call my office and see if somebody can go get the money for me because, I can't even walk. We're in a bank parking lot. I can't even walk to that bank and use their ATM to get cash out, right?" So I'm like, "Y'all are just..." Okay, so I called my office and I said, "Hey, and there's two smart asses that work in like the record room, so I called them. Shouldn't have, but I did. And they're like, "Oh, well, yeah, we'll take care of it." So not only do they come, but they bring my boss with them.
My
And
God.
they're like going, "Aren't you going to frisk her? Aren't you? Like, do you have body cam on? Like, are y'all going to send this into like America's Most Wanted or like Live PD or whatever?" And I'm like, "If y'all don't stop, like, cover. Can you please just cover?"
Do
So
you
it
guys
turns
ever
into this
watch that
sideshow.
that judge on here that gives people breaks? What's his name? He's in New
Yes, he's
York.
really good. The older
He's
Yeah,
man,
he's
the older
good.
so
judge.
yeah, he's an older judge. I can't remember what his name is, but
Yeah,
he's
I would
so
not be able to
sweet.
I wouldn't get a break from him. He would just look at me and go,
No, but
right.
he gives like he'll bring kids up, and
Yeah.
ask them questions,
So,
and then he'll give the mothers a break. It's so cute.
well,
I love
so
that show.
yeah,
I always
so
cry when I watch it.
my boss comes over and she's like, "Well, how much do you need?" I go, "Stretch, how much do you need?" And I said, $500. She walks over to the bank and she takes out $500, brings it to the officers. The other or the other city comes over. They get the $500. They give me the ticket to appear in court. Da 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 da. Whatever. Okay. So now I've got a whole new court date. Yay! So when they finally release me, I go to my bank. I get the $500 out, take it back to my office, and I'm thinking, what am I going to tell my boss? Because this doesn't look good, right? And so I get there, and it was the absolute truth. I handed her money. She goes, "That was my boat money.
Right,
I'm
Ash.
glad you returned it." And I said, "Yeah, okay. Well, it's over." I said, "But here's what you need to know. I had to move over 800 miles away from my mother to grow up. I'm not even kidding." I said, "If I had a ticket, she took care of it. If I had this go wrong, she took care of it. That go wrong, she took care of it. My insurance, always paid my insurance. Didn't even know how much I paid because she would just do it. And and I needed her to quit doing that so that I could be an adult and do my own shit." She goes, "No, Shirley, it wasn't that bad." I said, "No, Shirley, you don't understand. It was so bad. Every year since I've been a nurse, she has done my CEUs for me every year. Your continuing education that you're supposed to do." She goes, "Oh God, don't tell me that." I said, "I'm telling you, this woman's sick. When you talk about codependency, she knows no level. I mean, she
That
just takes
sounds
it and
like
runs with it."
my parents.
Yeah.
Seriously. Oh
So
my
then what does my
gosh.
boss do? What does my boss do? She goes, "Okay, I'm putting your court date down on my calendar." I said, "You are no better than she is because you're not making me responsible for what I screw up. Please stop." So yeah, so I took care of it and everything was good. But it just, first of all, don't call smart ass co-employees or whatever, co-workers, to come and save your ass because they will turn it into a sideshow. And then B, don't let anybody ever enable you be an adult.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Randy, Judge DiCaprio. That's his
Oh
name.
my God.
I finally had to put my foot down with my parents. Actually, just recently, when my daughter,
Mhm.
before COVID hit and we were planning graduation parties, my darn mother already had like a Facebook group put together with all the plans happening. And I'm thinking,
Ooh.
this is my kid. I can plan. I got this, Mom. Back up. And she took major offense to it.
Wow.
Oh,
my
yeah. Oh, I was
gosh.
going to say, when I told my mother that she was no longer allowed to pay my bills, she quit speaking to me for 3 months.
How to
I'm
hear.
like, is that all
Yep.
it takes? I've done this years
Seriously,
ago.
I can relate to
God.
that.
You guys are lucky. My parents
That's
never
not
paid
No,
luck.
that's
bills.
that's
No,
not lucky. That's not lucky,
What, that they hold it
man.
over your head?
mine
No,
didn't
no, it
hold it
just.
over my head.
Oh, mine did.
I never
Sometimes.
even had a vehicle in my name because my dad always bought it for me. So when I finally, like last year, decided, okay, I'm gonna be a big girl. I'm done, having my parents do everything for me.
Right.
It was difficult because everything was always handed to me. That is not a blessing, Carla, for real.
No, it's
That
not.
is
Oh, I don't know.
complete
I
opposite.
No,
wouldn't have
it's
liked that.
Carla. Seriously, it's not. It's crippling. It is
I don't
absolutely
know.
crippling.
I wish I'd had
Because
someone pay my bills.
No, you don't.
here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. No, you don't. Because what happens if something happens to them and you have no knowledge of how to run your own life as an adult?
That's
It's
true.
very bad. It's very, very bad.
I'm
So I'd
still
rather
looking at adulting.
learn my own mistakes. Oops, that didn't happen right. So now
I'm
how do
12,
I fix it?
so not 45. I'm 12.
But the good
I
thing is
hope
my sister enjoys that handicapped life, and so she's still living it.
my brother too. My
Mhm.
brother, my brother's over 40 years old, and like I just feel like my dad does everything for them.
For
And
example, here's a perfect example. A month ago, my sister was diagnosed with diabetes, right? And because I finally made somebody take her blood sugar, and it was like 474. Yeah, right. So she
damn,
goes to the doctor and everything. Do you know that my mother has cooked every single meal she's eaten since that diagnosis? And I told my sister in front of my mother, when she dies, if you think I'm doing this shit for you, think again. You better figure out how to cook for yourself because not happening.
yeah.
Did not
I
take you
find
to raise.
I find myself parenting that way in some ways, and I have to put myself in check so that way,
What do you mean
Yeah.
you're overprotective or of your girls?
extremely.
Mhm.
I mean, come on now. I have a kid that's turning 18, like in a blink of an eye, and I don't let her stay out past 11 o'clock.
Does she
I
fight you
gotta,
though? Does she fight you on
no,
it?
no, never. No. But there's a lot of things. I mean, I gotta let her start making her own decisions and, reeling that chain out just a little bit because she leaves in 2 months or whatever it is. So she's got to at least do some things for
Is
herself.
she
I did
looking
teach her to
forward
do
to leave?
laundry.
Is she looking forward to it or is she scared?
Well, I think that my kids would live home with mom for forever if I would let them. Seriously.
So
And
basically you want to get rid of them.
no, I just want them to. So my goal is to make these kids, get them through college and have them be able to stand on their own 2 feet and not have to rely on a man. And
Yep.
if I
That's
can do
good.
that, then I've done something right.
And then they can come back home and live with you.
No, I want them to. I want them to do their own thing because
Hey, Ginger Locks.
I think I've mentioned, like, I had a guest house at my parents' house. That, in the back of my mind, I always knew that if I needed to move back home, I could. And I don't know, I think that stunted some things.
But you
Getting
said
messages.
you went wild for a couple of years. Didn't you say that?
Super wild.
And getting
Are you
messages.
scared that your
Mom.
girls might because they are so sheltered, or because you know them and they're I mean you know your own kids?
So
That they probably won't.
my kids aren't nearly as sheltered as I was. Not
Okay.
nearly. No. I mean, they
No,
go to
mine
public
weren't
school.
either.
All right.
I got free pizza. Sorry, just had to say that.
What's that?
What did you say?
Yesterday they took my pizza to the wrong address. So they redid a new order, brought it out, and gave us the credit. I'm like, that's awesome. Sorry.
Ah.
It doesn't take a lot to excite me.
You ate pizza for your birthday?
Yeah. I just have thin and crispy Supreme.
Oh, I like Supreme pizza.
I thought you were having some fancy Chinese food for your birthday.
I was gonna, but then I thought, well, I've got this here, you know, it'll save money and that, because I still got to keep an eye on money a bit. But people are sending me messages asking for my address so they can send me a birthday present.
I've never cooked so much in all my life as these last 3 months.
Yeah, I'm kind of over it.
I'm kind of glad that like a lot of the restaurants are opening. Not that I'm going to the restaurants, but a lot of them are open for takeout.
Well,
like if you want to go sit in a restaurant, you can, there's only so many people that can go in a restaurant now and stuff.
Oh, I went to Krispy Kreme today to pick up the free donut. Then it was like, had eight on the door, but the door was locked. And I had to walk around to the drive-through. And I'm like, this is confusing. This is too confusing for free donuts. But
you had to walk around to the drive-through or drive around to the drive-through?
Walk around, because my husband had parked up at the petrol station.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, but the front door shut. She's like, yeah, walk around the front and they'll unlock it for you. And I'm like, that's weird.
Probably because they're only letting a certain amount of people in at a time.
Yeah.
A lot of the restaurants here too.
Why they were locking the door when there was nobody else in there, like 2 staff members,
right.
eight on the door. So, but there weren't 7 other customers in there.
Is anybody the least bit suspicious of how quickly our economy is turning around? Just gonna put it out there.
I am. Because of this reason. So our economy this is the first time that our economy has been shut down on purpose. So not due to,
acts of
shenanigans.
Right. So we shut it down on purpose, so it's a lot easier to open back up. That's my thought process. I don't know if that's fucking true, but that's my thought process.
Well, after watching 8 years of the jobs report being a lie, and then hearing the retraction on Monday morning, what the real number was, yeah, I'm kind of suspect of a lot.
Say that again. What did you just say?
I watched for 8 years. I watched the job report every Thursday morning, every morning, religiously, and how great, how many new jobs were made, and how low the unemployment was.
2.5 million jobs added last week.
Was that in the US, Jason?
Yeah.
2.5 million.
Because I think it was 1.4 the week before. But yeah, I was I'm real suspect of that number, because then every Monday or Tuesday you would hear the retraction of, oops, we counted that number wrong, and it would be significantly less than the week before. And it would do the same thing the next week. But that was under a different administration. And it just got to a point where I just kind of was like, okay, let me go see how I'm going to be lied to this Thursday. But yeah, as far as money and the growth and the economy coming back that fast, with all these businesses being demolished because of now the riots.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm just kind of like,
Did you see what Remy said?
Yeah. What?
If you have a child that qualifies for free or reduced school lunch, many states are giving out PEBT, pandemic food stamps.
Yep.
That's good though. I don't have anything against that.
Right.
Giving out, food to kids that need it.
Oh yeah.
So Remy, I've been hearing the same thing about school possibly being delayed in the fall.
School?
Yeah, I've been hearing that as well from a pretty reliable source here in my area.
Started that last month. They were saying more than likely schools won't reopen in the fall on time.
I'm not surprised about that. I'm really not.
If I were a parent,
all kids through school, even if they don't pass or they do, or you know what I mean?
I don't know. It's just shit's getting crazy.
Jason was kidding.
I feel so managed. You know what I mean? I feel so handled and manipulated. I don't like feeling that way.
And see, I can't even comment on the similarities because there really aren't any much between our government and your government.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they tend to have stretched ours out a lot longer, like to look after people over a longer period than the Trump administration has. So it's kind of very different here.
Yeah.
Like they're going to continue. They're going to continue giving people the job keeper payment. So for people to keep their jobs, they're paying $750 a week, which is nowhere near what he would earn, if he was working full time. But it's saved a lot of people from losing their jobs completely. And then you've got the job seeker payment, which was a New Start allowance.
Is anybody else afraid of this vaccine they plan on giving people?
Do we have room to be afraid, really?
I'm running. They're gonna have to freaking hog tie me.
They're gonna tie me down.
I don't want it. And they're not even saying it's just one shot. It's supposed to be good too, right?
Well, here's the thing. Yeah, here's the thing. Tell me this. Explain this to me, guys. When you were little, you got a shot you got several shots for immunizations, right?
Mm-hmm.
Polio, measles, mumps, rubella, smallpox. They don't even do smallpox anymore. If that doesn't scare you, it should. Your kids didn't get it. Okay, if you're currently raising children at home now, my kids did not get smallpox inoculation.
Neither did mine.
Okay, tell me why we're being required, in most instances, we're required to get flu shots every year. And if it's an immunization, why are you having to get it every year?
Is that going to put you in the category of anti-vaxxers?
No.
Serious question.
No, it's not, because I do absolutely believe in smallpox, measles, mumps, rubella, polio.
Hey, Becky,
all of those,
no vaccine
I believe
is safe
in.
that fast. No, I don't believe that either.
But ever since they've had this flu vaccine in this country, it is based on the prior year's flu, which halfway through flu season has already augmented. So the flu you're going to get next year is not going to be the flu you're getting vaccinated for.
Right.
So that's just that's jackassian in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's my favorite word.
Word of the day.
That's my favorite.
Comes up with the best words ever.
I'm a virtual thesaurus. Let me just tell you, I can make up some shit. But there's that part of it, and then the other part of it is that it's not a vaccine. I mean, if it were a vaccine, it would be eliminating that bug. Yeah, that bug.
Hey, Taco.
So what are you really giving me? I mean, I have ducked out of it many times as a nurse.
I'm not comfortable with it.
Becky Boo's funny. What they gave me in the 70s, maybe 80s, that's plenty.
Mm-hmm. Well, I did have to go back and get a booster when I went to college.
They can't make it mandatory, can they? They can't. They
can try. They can
try.
And they can limit what you get to do if you don't have it done.
Right.
Like, I don't know, work.
Have you talked to people that think that they have had this COVID virus when they thought they had the flu?
Oh, I know I had it. There's no doubt in my mind I had it.
Kay Smalls was saying she's almost positive that that's what she had. She didn't have just the flu.
I didn't have a voice for 3 months. 3 months. You couldn't understand a word I was saying because I was so hoarse.
I know Ems was sick with it, really sick with it.
I was
I couldn't.
Do you think that you might have had it too?
No, I don't think that that's what I had, because I did not have,
the breathing issues?
Yeah, I didn't. I didn't have that.
God.
Yeah,
I had
I had it. So does that mean I can't get it again? Or
I had super high
that doesn't.
fevers.
No, that doesn't mean you couldn't have it again.
I had the highest fevers for the longest time than I have ever had in my life. I've never had fevers that high for that long.
See, I didn't have really high fevers. They were low.
Mine were super high, and my energy was gone, completely
Yeah.
gone. I just felt like I was hit by a bus.
Well, isn't it COVID? It's low grade fever, isn't it? And then breathing issues and stuff like that.
No, it's not
Yeah, I
always
think
low
so.
grade.
I don't
So
know.
if you
No,
think
mine was
of
103 for 4 days.
Hey, Babe Beauty,
yeah,
Becky.
and if you think of Chris Cuomo,
Yeah.
he had such high fevers that he was hallucinating. I mean,
Wow.
he had them very high for a long time. That'll do
I don't
weird
know.
shit to
I
your
was
brain.
sick. I was sick from the day after Thanksgiving, 2 days after Thanksgiving, until beginning of March. And I'm talking, I could not get up and walk across the room without feeling like I needed oxygen.
Yeah.
Could not breathe.
Mm-hmm.
I coughed until I had no voice. At first, it was like absolutely not productive. Nothing was moving in my chest. Nothing. And then it became a productive cough. So I coughed like for 3 months, had no voice. I was just exhausted. It's like I lost 2 months at least out of my life.
And you
I
think
just
you
didn't
had
even
it?
know. Oh, I know I did. I told my family I did. And they're like, "Oh, that's in China." I'm like, okay, all right.
But that's
Going
what I
back to
keep
bed.
saying. Think about any time you ever got sick. If this is different this time, then you probably did have it. Just,
Yeah.
just
Why wouldn't you
remember
get
your
yourself
history.
tested though? Like that's what I don't
To-
understand.
Because there was no testing available.
Oh, that's right. At the beginning there wasn't. Right.
I mean, at first I was kind of halfway joking that that's what I've got. I've got coronavirus because I wanted to have it because it was a cute name, right? Because I don't drink beer, but
Yes, and
I
she
figured
probably
that's
kept on
cute.
smoking.
And that would explain. It was so bad. It was to the point that Mike was like, "Going, okay, I think you're being sick a little too long." And I'm like, "You're saying I'm faking? Because I can still ninja kick you and then die. I could do that." And he's like, "Well, you need to go to the hospital." I said, "That's not going to happen." And he's like, "Why?" I said, "They don't let you smoke in the hospital. Are you fucking nuts? I will kill people if I can't have a cigarette." No,
That sounds like me.
I said.
Bring
Then
a
not only
vape in.
that,
You'd be all right.
not only that, they'll
They
keep
don't
me
let
in
you
there
vape in the
forever.
hospital either.
No,
Well,
they
I'm
don't let
sure
you
they
vape.
let
On a
you.
flight halfway between here and LAX, wanting a cigarette, and I went, "Oh,
See,
shit!
yeah.
I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
jump out. Someone hand me a parachute."
But yeah, it was pretty bad. I went to the doctor finally. I went through 3 rounds of antibiotics. Nothing. Of course, if it's viral, it's not going to help anyway. I went through steroids. Nothing. Didn't help it. Didn't touch it. Then I was just awake and miserable and hungry all the time. I lost 25 pounds in 2 months,
Wow.
and
What's
I
that?
wasn't moving. That's
What is
corona.
that?
Turn my green screen off. Hang on.
What is it?
Back? Look what I got. Oh,
What is it? You're corona free?
Complete the form online.
Oh, what?
I can't even read it.
Read it to
Dear
us.
prospective
Yeah, read
juror.
it to us. I can't read
Oh,
it.
prospective juror.
Oh, prospective
Oh,
juror.
gosh.
Jury trials are currently suspended. Please continue to complete the enclosed questionnaire. Blah, blah, blah. You will not be
Hi, St.
required
Taco. Love you, girl.
to attend unless
Me
you
too.
receive a summons to juror.
Much as possible.
Jury duty.
You know, jury summons. I think that I would love to be on a jury. Every time my sister goes, that they do the perp walk in front of the people who they're going to select the jury from, and they all automatically confess. I'm like, Stephanie, you're a scary bitch.
My husband got called for jury duty a couple of years ago.
I want to
Did not want to go on the jury. It wasn't.
I want to be on a grand
I
jury.
can't remember what it was. What case?
I don't know what they'll pay you, but it's pittance. And if it was a murder trial, I'd be like, yeah.
I never had to do jury duty. I've never got a summons in the mail ever.
I have.
I'll get out of it because of my medical.
I had the flu in November, went to the emergency, was dehydrated, 103 fever, body aches. The doc said I didn't have the flu. I had a virus with pneumonia and bronchitis. I said, what kind of virus?
Exactly.
I'm waiting for her. Said, I don't know. You probably had it too. That's
what?
not. He
Listen
said
to your own body.
Virus he had.
Oh, and whenever they give you the thing of the itis,
Jason,
that just means something's swollen. I mean, that's not giving you any direction there.
Yep.
I'm sorry, that was funny. Tell them you're on
it
YouTube.
was.
and
Tell
they
them
will
your
dismiss
YouTube
you.
name. They'll dismiss you without prejudice.
That's true. Without prejudice.
Miss Murder. So,
Yeah.
yes, name's Bridget, but
Yeah.
you can call me Miss Murder. Everyone on YouTube
my
does.
nickname is Miss Murder.
Oh my gosh, ladies. This morning I had just gotten up. It was like 6 o'clock. And I'm rewatching. I like Artria, so I was watching her stream, and I literally spit coffee out, and it's still down there. It's everywhere. I have to clean it off the carpet, and it was for the dumbest reason. So
Why?
Ash274 was in the chat and said, "What's CPS? I've never heard of it." And without missing a beat, Artria comes back and says, "I don't know. I think it's the name of a new band." I fucking lost it. I don't know why, but that's so funny. But without even thinking, coffee went flying. I don't know. I think it's the name of a new band. Oh my
that
god.
is good. That's priceless. She is funny though. Have you ever listened to her?
Yes.
I love
She's hilarious.
Name of a new band. Dude, we're going out tonight to go see CPS. Yeah.
Oh gosh. Sometimes you just laugh uncontrollably at something you shouldn't be laughing that hard at. Yeah, that was me.
Listen, let me tell you. When you're not doing anything wrong and somebody calls CPS on you, you just, it's a done deal. I mean, it is down here, I guess, because we still beat kids down here, but we do it justifiably. So my husband, ex-husband, was taking the kids to school one morning, and my daughter was, of course, with the mouth in the back seat, and he reached around and popped her on the leg and said, "Shut up." So, of course, she goes into school squalling like she's been, beaten. And they're like, "What's wrong, baby?" "Daddy spanked me on the leg." Next thing you know, CPS at the front door. I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" So she goes, "We need to speak alone." I said, "Okay, let's go speak alone." So I took her to the den and I shut the door. We sat down and she goes, "So what happened?" I said, "Lady, if you had to live with that mouth, trust me, you'd smack a leg on occasion too." And that was the end of that case. She's like, unsubstantiated. Boom.
You gotta tell your kids that they think they're gonna call 911 on you for you smacking on the ass. You're gonna hit them so hard, they're gonna dial 311 by the time you're done.
I'm just, I told them I will go pick up the phone and dial the number now. What do you want me to tell them? Go pack your shit because they're going to give you to another family. Go, run along, go back. Yeah. And you think it's bad here? Wait till you see where you're going. Shit. That's just.
You can't even look at a kid outside here without, some official threatening to call CPS. And then they wonder why kids go into schools and act like little hoodlums.
Right, because you can't beat them anymore.
Kids should be more afraid of their parents than they are the principal or whatever. They should be.
They're not.
They had a bully.
Hey, Smokey.
They had a really bad bully in my son's class. And one day he drugged my kid across the playground on his belly and scraped him all up. Little bully ass. Well, he came home, he told Dad and me about it. And so Dad took him back up to the school the next day. Well, we both did. And so I'm talking to the principal and everything's, kind of quiet, but going along. And then finally my ex-husband says, "Let me just tell you this. I got to cut to the chase. I'm going to teach my kid how to waylay on some shit, okay? And the next time somebody touches him on the playground, if he doesn't beat their ass, I'm going to beat him. Got me? You feel me? This shit stops today." I'm like, well, that meeting went well, didn't it? I was like, shit. Oh, my God.
Mikey, come give me some birthday love.
Insane.
It's crazy.
They never went to jail. They've never been in trouble. They're really good kids. Great grades, real productive.
I should have had my ass handed to me a few times, and my parents never ever would spank us or, any of that. And there was a few times that my parents should have came at me.
Yeah. No, I don't think I didn't ever do anything to get like spanked or anything like that bad.
I
They
don't remember
always
getting
managed to be able to get their point across in brilliant ways without having
Oh,
to, ever
mine
having to do
too.
that.
I mean,
And
my
I could.
father threatened to nail me to the wall, and I'd go around and hide the hammer. But I don't remember being beaten or even smacked, really.
No, me neither.
But in school, we had the meter ruler. So whatever, I don't know, those big long rulers. So a meter, 60 centimeters, whatever that is in yards or whatever. But I don't ever remember the nuns using them or anything like that.
God, the nuns were so awful.
The nuns were bad.
God, they were so sexually frustrated. I was like, look, if you just get laid, I get that you think you're married to Jesus, but honey, he ain't here. He's up there
They're
somewhere.
sexually frustrated, I
You
think.
need a piece of ass. I'm just telling
Yeah,
you.
they are.
Or even do it yourself, Lady Nun.
Right. Go buy a toy, something.
Wonder
Whatever.
do nuns have cell phones? I wonder if they watch Pornhub or anything. Like that's
I
a
bet they
legit.
do.
They probably
Yeah.
have cell phones now. Like that, everything's like so electronic
I
nowadays.
don't know.
The Amish
They got
probably have
computers.
cell phones.
I need to
Then the
check like
librarian.
actually
What was the
some list
librarian's
of
name? I can't remember her name. The librarian. Every time you go in there, she'd like put her hand up your skirt. I'm like, what are you doing?
Ooh, boy.
Wait, say
Not
that
my
again.
type
The
of-
librarian would put her hand up your skirt?
Yeah, everybody, not just mine. It was everybody.
That's
Oh, hey,
fucking
honey.
weird.
That's like sexual
Yeah.
abuse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's weird.
That's
what that is.
weird. That's just weird.
Mm-hmm. I can't remember her name. She's
Oh
really
my God,
old.
if someone did that to my kid, I'd be outraged.
Yeah, we
In
just
this day
ran
and
from her.
age, yes. Back then, probably
Yeah,
nothing.
we just ran from her.
We just ran from her.
Could you imagine his demeanor running around being kicked by a nun?
Yes, actually.
Yeah, you're right.
I
You're
didn't.
right,
I
Miss
didn't go to
Murder.
the library. I didn't go to the library very much. I hid in the art department. They're like, "Aren't you supposed to be in class
How
somewhere?"
did
I'm
you
like,
make it through
"Yeah."
nursing school?
Oh God. Oh God. That was the biggest nightmare of my life. I swear to God. Well, when it got to chemistry, I told you about chemistry. I'm like looking at her like, "What are we doing?" She goes, "What do you mean we're doing chemistry?" I'm like, "What? Yeah, what are all these numbers up on the board for? What's this math shit? I thought we were making like soap."
Yeah.
So I went to
She's like,
private.
she goes, "Susan, what is wrong with you?" And I'm like, "The list is long. How much time do you have?" I got a long list of what's wrong with me. And then I had her husband for the second, the inorganic chemistry. And he's like, "I've already heard about you." I'm like, shit.
Oh my God, they warned them about you.
Yeah.
I went to private schools, but then grade 6, 7, and 8. I think you guys have it. I went to Montessori. That's another weird thing in itself.
Yeah, it is.
You have Montessori schools?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. So I went to Montessori for grade 6, 7, and 8. And it was in this huge old, they said it was haunted.
Probably was. It probably was.
This old home in St. Lucia. And
Was not haunted, ladies. Was not haunted.
We were
It could
just
have been.
No, Ems
No,
doesn't
it
believe.
could not have been.
Ems doesn't believe in that shit. You know that. She thinks we're all crazy.
Okay, Ems,
There's a
I have
logical
seen.
explanation for everything.
I have
Yes.
actually seen a real life ghost. No joke.
except for Carla's ghost. There's no
You
explanation.
saw light, like
Actually, they've been
reflecting off
pretty
something.
quiet lately, and I haven't saged my house yet. So, like, I don't know why they're so quiet.
Because it knows you're
I haven't
planning.
heard them
No,
walking
Ems,
around upstairs.
Ems,
They're
legit.
planning
I've seen a
something.
ghost. I'm not even kidding. I've seen a
They're
ghost.
planning something.
Were
Yes, she
you
When I
has.
went-
She had no in
maybe
nursing
on LSD or something?
in a hospital.
No, I've never done LSD. Never done it.
No,
I
You
was not
did.
on
You tell me
drugs.
this story. This is good. Next time I'm
It was-
filming it, you guys are going to bite your tongues when I
So
film my
someone
door
that
opening it by
understands-
itself.
When
Someone
are you
that
gonna go sleeping
understands
again?
the way that brain activity works, and I'm very surprised that you believe in that stuff. I don't know.
Why? Why can't there
Because
be other
you can
dimensions?
legit think you see something, and it's just your
Uh-huh.
brain like communicating with other
Well,
parts
how
of
do
your
you
brain
explain it
that
being
might
filmed?
not
Okay.
The same
But
as
here's the thing.
psychosomatic pain. The
Here's the
same as
thing.
psychosomatic pain. I have it. My back is killing me right now, and I know for a fact that my brain's created this pain.
Yep.
Absolutely.
That could
It's
be,
all
yeah,
in there.
yeah,
It's as
yeah.
real as any.
Okay. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Okay, so you can say that there is such a thing as psychosomatic pain. You can say that your brain does create things like having a
Yeah.
out of body experience or a near death experience when you die. Okay, and I know all about that. But why can you not accept the fact that there may be different planes, different planar levels, that there are
Science doesn't
things
really
working right
suggest
Why
beside us
can't
on
you
another
that is.
level?
accept that people have caught it on film, this stuff?
I
And
saw it.
I
No, I
swear
absolutely
to
saw it.
God,
I had no physiological anything going on with me at the time, was on no medication, was not tired, and I saw it. And I know what I saw. I'll never forget it. And I think that I saw something in another dimension that I was not supposed to see, or maybe I was supposed to see. And I think that we're mind, body, and spirit. I don't think we're just, this is it. When we die, we're gone. Once the body's dead, we're gone. I think there's something else that lives in there that lives on. So why couldn't that come back
Some sort
in
of
some
kinetic
form?
energy or something.
Or yeah, you can have like I think what I saw was a
residual.
residual haunting.
Yeah,
I think it's basically like a tape recorder that plays back
plays it
that
over and
energy.
over and over.
And it's not something, although she did look at me, she turned to look at me. So that makes me think it was not.
So then
So I don't
everything
know.
taught in nursing school has to be wrong then.
No, it doesn't. No. I think you have to be open-minded and to allow things that could be true. It doesn't mean they absolutely are, but they could be. So I allow for that just in case. I need to run like zombies. Like, like I don't believe in zombies. I don't believe in UFOs. I have a hard time really.
You don't believe in
thinking,
UFOs? Even the damn government is now saying that that's a legit
believe
thing.
in UFOs. I do. I believe in all that.
Did you see that?
I have to make myself believe in it because I have to allow for the possibility. But
what about hypnotism? What about a bit like you're a chicken?
Yeah, I think you can hypnotize people.
Yeah, I do.
I think you
Someone
can get at such a deep level of meditation.
What did I miss?
And film it for me to believe it.
Yeah. I think you can get in such a meditative trance that people can make suggestions to you.
Yeah.
So that when you wake back up.
Residual what? Some like energy, I guess.
Oh, the residual ghost? Oh, it's like if you have a residual haunting, it's like that energy
like
was here at one time. That person was alive at one point, and their energy, some of it was left behind, so that it plays kind of like a tape recorder. So it's called a residual haunting. It doesn't interact with anybody or anything. You'll just see like a ghost walk across the room every time, like every day, the same time of day. It's just like there. And you can try to talk to it. It doesn't acknowledge you. It may say things, but it's saying stuff that it would have said back in that day or time, but it's not actually interacting with you.
Ghost is walking past me at the same time every day. I'm getting the fuck out of here.
But I believe in angels and demons. And if angels and demons can exist, why can't other spirits?
So there is so much of our brain that is basically dormant. And I have studied, not for like drug purposes or whatever, but I have studied things, when they do an MRI on someone that is sober and someone that's on a trip, it shows that the way their brain is interacting is so different than when those parts of the brain aren't stimulated. And I think, this is just what I think, that in certain people, their brain may communicate in a different way. Hence why people have multiple personality disorders, or even something as simple as general depression or whatever. Their brain is working different than, the person next to them. So I've always believed that if people are seeing shit, they probably do believe they're seeing it, but it's their brain like kind of tricking them. I look into science when someone tells me they've seen something. I don't know. I try to turn to science for that.
There's Netflix has got a really good doco on psychedelics at the moment. Becky was saying, explain what people see on psychedelics.
What's psychedelics?
Like LSD and psychedelic
well,
drugs.
Aren't you going to do that like that test about the sneaker? Remember the sneaker? What did you see about color?
Yeah,
I was going to bring it up before.
What colors do you see? And I didn't really
trick me out.
Some people saw certain colors.
So I didn't do it.
When you put that up, and I looked at it on my computer, it was pink. A couple of weeks later, I saw it again on my phone, and it was turquoise. And I'm like, what the fuck's going on here? What kind of witchcraft are you doing, Ems?
Magic.
Magic.
But you swear
it's got to do with light.
It does. It's the way that your brain is interpreting color, pretty much.
So
and depending on
two different colors on two different devices.
But what's that?
No.
What does that mean? I mean, I don't get what it means. Like some people, I don't understand why some people like. It was obvious to me. It was, I think it was gray and blue. I saw, but I don't know what's it mean. People use a different part of their brain.
I went back and checked what answer I gave you, and I think at first I gave turquoise, or grey, or whatever it was. But when I at that point, a couple of weeks later, I was looking at it. It was pink.
Yep.
Explain that.
So Becky Boo, I could not agree with you more, and I think that that's why, for science purposes, I think that's why psychedelics need to be studied way more than what they're studied currently, because I think it can teach us a lot about the human brain and the way that it, connects.
Speaking of human brains, I've got a little prayer request, please, if you don't mind. My nephew has called my mother and his wife. He's in the Air Force and super guy. Oh my God. They have 2 kids that are in junior high. And she, 2 years ago, went into the hospital with excruciating headaches. She had thought for the longest that she had a tumor behind her left eye. Turns out it was an aneurysm the size of a lemon.
Holy shit.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Wait, no, it gets better. She also had aneurysms in both carotid arteries, the ones that go down the front by your throat. And she also had a small aneurysm in the front and in the back of her brain. So it's a total of 5. The doctors in San Antonio had no clue. I mean, they've worked on head aneurysms and carotid aneurysms, but never both together. Okay. So they shipped her off to Seattle, and she was there for almost 2 months. They closed off the big one behind her eye and did the left carotid, but they left the right carotid until later. They were going to look at doing it probably this summer, but Corona. And then the 2 little ones, they were just going to leave alone for now. He has taken her to the hospital this morning. Her left eye had rolled back into her head, and she was showing signs of stroke. So, which is just bleeding on the brain. And where does bleeding on the brain come from? Aneurysm. So, I told Mom, I said, well, do I need to, I'm going to start kind of packing here as we talk, but we're waiting to hear back from him because he took the kids back home because they're old enough to be home by themselves, but not for a long time, And somebody told him to go ahead and take his kids home. The hospital called him back and said, where did you go? He said, well, I took my kids home. Well, we need you here. And he said, well, I was told to go home. He said, well, whoever told you that is an idiot, and we need you here as soon as possible. So that doesn't really sound very good.
How long will it take you to get there?
4 hours.
Oh, shit.
Oh my God.
3. Okay, 3. 4 if I drive the speed limit. Which I don't do. Yeah.
It's crazy.
I'm sorry.
This girl is so awesome.
She's all right. How old is she?
She is 36.
Oh my God.
Yep. Way too young.
Way too
to
young.
be going anywhere. It was really sad. The first bout when we got over there because I'm like, Steven, I'm on my way. I'm going to take care of your kids. I'm not going to tell your mom until in the morning because I'm going to leave it was like middle of the night when he called me. I said, I'm going to wait a little bit till it gets sunlight and head out because I know I'm going to have to bring your mom with me, but I'm not waiting for her right now because she'll want to leave now. So you're okay? And he said, yeah. So we went over there to take care of the kids and stuff. She had those pressure mats. I don't know if you've ever seen them or felt of them, but they're like these, like a real pliable rubber. She had one that was like a cylinder pillow, like a long, cylinder pillow. And then
Like a
she had just
noodle?
kind of like a noodle, yeah. And then one that was just a flat mat that she would lay on. When I tell you that when I put my hand on this thing, it felt like needles were sticking in my skin. And she
Yeah.
would lay with her entire body weight on these things and still could not get relief.
Ginger just got one.
Mm-hmm.
Acupuncture.
Yeah, they're an acupuncture mat. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I brought him into the living room and showed him to my mother and my sister. And I said, did anybody know she was in this kind of pain? Because I sure didn't. She's one stoic individual because I would not lay on one of those things. I'd cry, So she's an awesome, awesome person. God. I just had a funny feeling.
Like, I'm trying to think back of like what I learned about aneurysm and all of that. What exactly would they do since it's already so advanced? I mean, I'd imagine would they start heparin right away or
no? No. Because you don't want them. They did. I'm trying to remember what they did. I don't remember, to be honest with you. I have to go and look through his notes because he was sending me notes on the phone from Seattle. But basically, the treatment plan, there were 3 treatment plans and none of them were great options.
Oh, God.
Because you had both carotids. I mean, you've got both major vessels bringing oxygen to the brain.
Mm-hmm.
And both of them are fucked, pretty much.
Yeah.
And so, yeah. So they did the left. First they thought, well, if we shut off one, then the other one we'll have to do for a while. And he said, no, go ahead and do behind the eye, the biggest one, because it's at most risk of rupture. And so basically what they do is basically took an artery out of her arm and put it in her head. And they did like a big question mark over her ear and down into her neck. It looked like a big question mark where they went in behind and they actually pulled the eye out and went in and worked on it from both angles. They put a piece of the artery behind her eye and then also made like a little graft in the carotid artery to get rid of that aneurysm. So that's fixed. Now what we were waiting on was the aneurysm behind the eye to slowly shrink because you're no longer feeding it blood. It's just going to dry up and be absorbed by the body. And you've made another route for it to go through that has good, strong veins that are not ballooned.
It's too dangerous to go in there and operate. Try and remove some of it.
Well, I don't know why they didn't, other than they just thought that it was too much trauma to remove that much, and it had displaced the brain. It had been there so long, it had actually displaced the brain tissue. So if you go and you pull that out, then your brain will freak out because now there's this void that it's got to fill up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why they left it. But to me, it has not been shrinking like they kind of had expected it to. So, and I'm hoping that's not it, but they're saying there's involvement with the left eye. So,
she have a normal pro time?
Oh, I have no idea. I don't know anything about her blood work. You mean overall, generally? Yeah. Yeah, she has, that's not it. It's the elasticity in the veins and the vessels that are shit. But with the, like if it's a stroke, so it's stroke type symptoms is what she's having. But since it's in her brain, it's going to be on the same side. Whereas if you're seeing symptoms in the body, it's going to cross to the other side because in the neck is where all the nerves cross over. So if you're having a bleed on the left side of your brain, it's going to show on the right side of your body from the neck down.
Right. Yeah.
But in the brain, it will show on the right, on that same side.
Oh my God.
So I have all ideas, if there's, I don't see, how could that blood be so, it's got to be something else. It's got to be a new aneurysm in my head. That's what I'm thinking. It has to be a new one because you've got one that's right in the center of the front lobe, right? Frontal lobe. And then one in the center of the occipital lobe. So you can kind of,
do you know
it's any man's game.
The brain, do you know what parts of the brain those control?
Frontal lobe, well, temporal I know is emotion. Frontal is memory. Behind the eye and whatnot, there's a lot of stuff involved in that because you could then get into like pituitary and
curious. Yeah.
Come on, you got to get back to those good old color-coded pictures that we had to learn and match them up. God, I hated that shit.
Yeah, that was fun. Biology, not A&P. I
aced A&P.
I was like, I can't look through that microscope. I have mascaras on.
Both in human and veterinary medicine, and they're very, very different.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I have dissected a frog, but that was high school.
No.
But we didn't get to dissect anything in A&P because nobody was willing to offer up a corpse. I offered my ex-husband, but they said that there were ethical issues with that, they said. Oh, okay. Silly me.
Really?
Yeah.
You're kidding.
Yeah, they wouldn't take my ovaries or my fallopian tubes or my uterus.
Are you driving down just with your mom?
Huh?
Are you going with your mom?
Because God hates me, probably.
Just you and her?
There's nothing. No, yeah, my sister will go too.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, my sister will go.
Right,
And probably
you'll be doing the driving, or you're happy?
Oh yeah, because I'm the only one that can take that abuse, apparently. I swear to God, we head out for Nashville, and I'm like, she starts it, and I'm like, I'll find a Xanax. I'll go to a street dealer and buy a Xanax, and I'll flip them down your throat if you don't stop telling me how to drive.
That's your mom?
Yes.
Or your sister?
No, my sister will not mess with me. She'll go to sleep. If she's not having to drive, she sleeps.
Your mom sits in the front seat.
With her macular degeneration in her left eye, not being able to know, she has no depth perception. She has no clue, and she's going to tell me how to drive.
Does she scream though? Does she scream it?
No, she just gets very. No, she just gets very fucking snarky, and I'm like, "Do you want to ride in the trunk? I'm going to get Ash's car, and I'm going to put you in the trunk." Who's Ash? You don't need to know. I have to go get Ash. You're in trouble. You're up Schitt's Creek, honey. Good Lord, Amanda. I wonder now. I'm
psychedelic, a good trip story, an accidental trip. Or she'd come up and tell it.
I have one on my husband because he's the funnest person to tell stories about. Okay. So Mike, he's tried everything once, right? Except for, I think, same sex. Anyway, and he may not know if he tried that because he's done a few drugs. He may have tried that too and didn't know it. So
you almost made me have to clean my sunroom now too because I almost just spit coffee a second time today.
Watch tonight's lives. All of tonight's lives. Did you all know Misdemeanor was married to a gay man? In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. A gay drug addict is my husband. Okay. I just want to get to it before they do, Then they go, fuck, she killed our story. Oh, sorry. So, okay, he had done like a lot of drugs. And so he moves to Seattle because there's even more drugs there. Okay. When he first gets there, he's trying to figure out what to do for work, So he goes to work for McDonald's, right? Because it's there and they're hiring. Okay, so he's like, cleaning windows and doing this kind of stuff and doing, normal daily stuff and taking orders, whatever. And they have an earthquake. And he's never been through an earthquake before. So the windows are starting to ripple from the earthquake. He thought he was having an LSD flashback.
Oh my gosh.
Oh Lord.
He is so cute. He just tells me those stories. I'm like going, oh, wow, I married you. Thank God we're not breeding. Just really glad about that. We're done. You have your kids, I have mine. Mine are better than yours, by the way. I'm just saying, but we're not having any together. My poor husband.
I couldn't imagine Ginger tripping.
I know,
It was an
right?
accident, but
I just couldn't imagine it.
Ginger Locke's mom? Are you talking about?
Yep. Yeah.
yeah, she accidental
She's-
trip.
Probably on,
Accidental trip. Oops.
she said she was in the hospital, so I'd imagine it was
Yeah.
like on some sort of pain meds or something. You were probably hallucinating. It's
Yeah,
very common.
he'll do it to
Think
you.
people are talking to you and shit while you're in the hospital.
You're seeing ghosts.
You're hearing them. It's like me. I hear them.
Wants to come up.
And then they flush my toilet. Welcome
Could
back.
do it again?
Hubby called again. No change from yesterday. Everything looks good. Okay, well,
Okay.
no change is probably a good thing. Maybe.
Yeah.
At least he's not
Yeah.
deteriorating,
Yep.
Okay. Good,
I
good,
think
good.
JoJo wanted to come up if you want to link her.
Sure. Oh, she's going to sing to you.
Or not. It's your channel.
Yeah, Miss Murder is really, really bossy to me.
Yes, she is. Yes, she
She
is.
just
Yeah.
like tells us what
Right.
to do, when to do it, how to
It's them
do it,
Aussies.
what
It's them
we should
Aussies.
say, what we shouldn't say. Those Aussies are bossy people. Good
Right.
Lord.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, Aussie bitches.
Shocking.
Those Aussie bitches. No, they're not.
Oh, God.
I bet
Well,
JoJo's
it's
got
like-
lots of stories.
So are you going today? Did you say you're going today?
Probably this evening.
Oh.
Yeah. Wonder who's going to take care of my dogs.
I
Well,
would
see,
come up.
if I lived closer to you, I would take care of all your dogs for you.
I
I would
know. I'd be going like,
stay in your house and sleep on your couch and take care of your dogs. But
oh, you can
Can you
sleep in my
just give
bed.
me
It's a wonderful
Texas
bed.
is a little far away for me to go.
Can you
Yeah,
give me a
right.
green card? Like,
Plus, there's a hurricane coming,
say it like,
and I'm not sure I want to be in the middle of a hurricane.
Oh, no. Those are not going to happen until August, September. Trust me.
Oh, okay.
can
JoJo's
you give me a green card? So, like, if I just look after your dog.
Right, are
You're-
we all going to join in then? Because I'm not
No, you're
doing it on my
I
own.
already sang twice to her.
Oh, hello.
When we
Sorry,
all
did
sing
you say
together,
twice to me?
there's a delay, so it sounds like horrible.
Shall we
What?
all do it together? 1, 2, 3. Ready? Girls?
Go.
Okay.
Go.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you, Miss Murder.
Cha cha cha.
Happy birthday, Miss Murder. Happy birthday to you.
Cha cha cha.
Have a
Cha-cha-cha.
wonderful day.
Yay!
But she
Yay.
she's been having her birthday for 2 days now. So
You have a birthday week. Once
Oh,
you're over
is it
the
not
40,
your
you get
birthday
the whole
today?
fucking week.
starting off the birthday week.
Week? How about a
Oh.
birthday month, man?
Month.
Birthday
Yeah.
month.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, you're like the queen, aren't you?
When's your birthday? Is it
Like the queen.
It already passed.
Well, it's my
What's it?
birthday somewhere. Well, it's still my birthday here. It's still my birthday there.
When's your
9th of
birthday?
June.
Yeah, because you're
Listen.
11 hours in front of me, aren't you? Yeah.
Come
It's 11:30.
Woo, woo, woo.
She's
Oh,
14
cool. Oh,
hours
what?
Come on.
or ahead of me.
Daddy's not coming home yet. It's not time for him to
What
come
time is
home.
it there, Jojo?
Say
I don't
again,
think
sorry,
my
darling.
dog likes you guys.
Well,
Every time I come in and she hears you, she starts like talking.
Voices. I don't like our voices. She's thinking to herself, those women are so freaking annoying.
it's not that, and there's a ghost behind you.
Yeah, that's
She
it.
sees it.
It's
You realize
2:37 p.m. here.
animals see spirits before we see
Yeah,
them. Or we
they do.
hear them. They let the animals know. Now she's gonna really think.
Funny because my dog's just turned up. Yeah, he's just turned up. So he can hear all your voices.
Yeah,
Your
if I
dog's
can't have
not
dogs, I'm
whining
gonna have to have
too, 'cause I'm gonna
horses.
start getting a complex if all dogs
What?
start whining. Jeez.
Lay down, prissy britches. Lay down.
It's
Good
interesting
girl.
that talk you were having about all psychedelics and that because I used to take a lot of psychedelics like before I had children when I was 19.
Did you?
But yeah, it's the sort of thing you do, isn't it, when you're younger? But yeah, God,
Like,
I've
why
got
the
some
hell
stories to tell.
Cool
Do
story.
do tell, Mojo. Do tell.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Share up
What's your
here.
wildest story?
Yeah. What's the
Oh
wild?
no, I could be here all day talking about my life. I'll tell you. God blimey.
You don't have to tell.
No, when I was well, I'll tell you one little story. When I was at college, I was 18. I trained to be a nursery nurse. Sounds really bad, doesn't it? No, I was trained to be a nanny, and but I used to go out at weekends and meet up with friends and that, and just do loads of acid, but managed to be okay. Like, and I passed. I passed all my exams. You know, it's just yeah, it's just sounds awful, doesn't it?
Nah.
Well, you passed. Maybe you needed that to pass.
Yeah, I passed, and then I had a year gap, and then I went a little bit crazy, and then I calmed down, and then I started working with children, and then I had my first son. So yeah, I calmed down by then. So
Yeah,
that's one
little
sentence of a very long book. Oh, we've all got stories to tell, haven't we? You know.
You know what's funny?
No,
The only thing that I ever really did was try drinking when I was in high school, which was a joke because I threw up. And then
Oh no.
I smoked some weed, but not very much.
No.
I was to my parents, I was like the biggest delinquent on the planet. I don't understand that.
I know. I didn't do hardly anything either. I would get grounded so much. I never wanted to be grounded, but I did steal a bottle of wine one time and freaking projectile vomited. We went to a bush party and I drank this wine my dad had made. I snuck it out of the house and I projectile vomited. I mean, it went freaking flying.
Yeah, that's what happens to me when I drink any type of a brown liquor.
Yeah, I was a vomit queen when I was younger.
Oh my God.
If it's a dark,
what era was that? Is that like the 70s? What? When you were a teenager, was it like the 70s, 80s sort of time?
Yeah.
Music.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
And if I drank any kind of brown alcohol, you know, like
I was in the 90s before I was mainly a teenager.
I would throw up. If I drank like gin, vodka,
rum,
tequila, rum. No, rum. I'd throw up my toenails.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I was driven home in a shopping trolley on tequila. That's how bad it was. honestly, and I fell out as well. And this woman told me off. She was on a bike. I was like, "What are you looking at?" I can remember it as well. Blimey.
So let me get this straight. Someone had to push you.
Yeah, honestly, we nicked it out the local. We nicked the trolley out the local Tesco's. It's called Tesco's, like the supermarket up the pub.
Right.
And you have to put a quid in. So someone put a quid in, stuck me in it, and like pushed me all down the road, and I fell out. And this old woman on the bottom was going, "What you doing?" And I went, "Oh, fuck off."
I shouldn't be laughing.
Fuck off.
Honestly, true story.
I fell out of a car. I didn't shut. We went for a ride in a car.
Oh, God.
They turned a corner and we hadn't shut the door all the way, and I was sitting at the door. They turned the corner. I was on a gravel road. I went flying into the ditch.
Oh,
but they weren't going that fast. I think they were only going about 30. But I skinned my knees because we were on a gravel road. I just fell right out of the car.
Oh my God! Oh God! Absolutely fabulous sketch, isn't it? Which fell out of a taxi.
Yeah. Then my parents said, "What the
Doing a
hell did
Patsy.
you do?" Oh, I don't know. I just fell down. But
No,
yeah,
That's why
it's
they all
mad,
started
isn't it,
making
though?
us
Like
wear seatbelts.
when
Not a
you're
lot of-
inebriated and you fall out of things, it's like, shit, what just happened?
I know. And then you think back of all the stupid things you did when you were a kid, and you're thinking, "How did I survive?" Like,
I
how
was
did
just
I
talking to my
know.
husband this morning about that.
you
Yeah.
do, Marcy?
We
Like,
We
just
did not
talked about that
wear.
this morning.
We didn't wear padding
I
when we
can't believe I'm still
skateboarded or.
alive. I'm
where
48. I'm still here. I'm the
used to
luckiest
ride-
bitch going.
I used to ride my bike. Like now, they make the kids wear helmets. We rode our bikes without helmets.
Yeah, like
We
I
sat in
have
the
to
Yeah.
laugh
car
at people when I see them wearing helmets on a bike. Seriously, here's the thing: if you're wearing a helmet on a bike, it's kind of like wearing a helmet on a horse. The thing that's going to break is not your head; it's your neck.
Yeah.
Nothing's going to protect that. And if you do hit your head, just like with football, it's not going to help. The brain is still a soft organ inside a bone.
Yeah.
If the
Soft
bone
mass,
hits
and
something,
yeah.
it's still going to
Right.
bounce that jelly back and forth. So, what is your point
Yeah.
with the helmet? Less surgery? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I used to wear my helmet to work because I used to be embarrassed about it when I was younger. But the older you get, you don't get embarrassed about things so much, do you? And I wore a huge
now
helmet
it's like
to work.
you have to wear a helmet if you ride your bike.
See, and when we were riding, anytime we were riding that we weren't in a show, okay, and we were just training or whatever, goofing around the barn and just riding, exercising for the day, we never wore helmets. That's
And you're
hot. I'm
alive.
not putting that on.
Yeah, but you're still here, aren't you? So that's good.
Yep. I survived
I
myself.
mean, when we used to go on road trips with my dad. My dad used to have a bottle of beer in between his legs, and we were in the back seat with no seatbelts on.
Hey, did you ever
Seriously.
sleep? Did you ever
And
get
you
up in
want to
that
know
little?
what my dad did for a living? You guys not gonna believe this. He was a weekend alcoholic, or he was a weekend alcoholic. He was a pilot.
Yeah.
He was a pilot.
Wow.
He was a pilot.
Wow.
And
Hey,
don't
Carla,
think
did
he was
you-
the only one. Don't think
Yeah.
he was the only one that did that.
Yeah,
And now
my
they-
sister lived with horsey people, and Bob, he was called. He was a professional pilot, commercial. He was a massive pisshead.
Yeah,
Massive.
a lot of them were, and air traffic controllers.
Yeah.
Not only
Oh,
the
God.
pilots, air traffic controllers.
Fucking hell.
Now it's a mandatory, mandatory testing. But
It's across the board, Carla. I can't tell you how many physicians I know that do their drinking.
Wait, I have to read something funny on the news. Are you ready?
That's scary.
Prince Andrew's legal team is accusing the Department of
Mel, I
Justice
didn't
from the
get
United
much with
States
that.
of seeking publicity because they want him to give them some answers about Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh my God, that's rich.
Dude, if we were going after publicity, Andy, we wouldn't be coming for you, buddy. We would
No.
pick somebody who they're currently
what's
talking
up
about.
with this? What do you guys think about this Jeffrey Epstein? Do you think he's been bunked off somewhere? Or,
Oh yeah.
No, I think he's dead. I think somebody killed him, but
Yeah, me too.
yeah, I don't think he killed himself. I don't
No, I
believe
don't
that he killed
I
himself.
think he was killed. Oh my
Yeah,
God!
murdered.
I gotta hop down, guys.
Her dogs.
Mel
and
Barrow, I didn't get my quid
I
back.
think he was killed too.
She's not gonna leave me alone. I'll be in the chat. Have a good stream. I'll be listening.
Okay,
Love you, Em.
Love you, girl.
Okay,
Bye.
I mean,
Bye.
I was watching the show last night, the documentary that they did on it, and clearly, one of the girls was trafficked to him. To Andy.
Oh, shit.
She lives in
Oh.
Australia.
Like you
now.
had let me tell you, you had a rockin' ass redhead wife. You should have paid attention to that shit. I'd have done
Yeah,
it.
fucking hell, yeah.
Well, okay, maybe not, but
Fergie.
Oh, Fergie was hot back in the day. Yeah.
gorgeous.
It was pretty.
Absolutely.
I just don't understand. I mean, Miss Murder in Australia, they caught a lot of FBI agents retired, came out of retirement, and they caught a lot of the sex traffickers. No, Australian. I don't know what you call it out there. The FBI, is it like secret intelligence or?
We've got the AFP, the Australian Federal Police.
Okay, so that's like our FBI.
Yeah, there was 4 really cool, like older guys. They're in their 60s, but they brought down a sting where they went to Thailand. Or yeah, it was Thailand. Or no, it wasn't Vietnam. It was Thailand because that's more popular with the dirty bastards, isn't it? And they did a massive sting, and I watched a huge documentary about that. It was fantastic, but they got them. They got them, and it's all, and they're all nationalities as well. These paedophiles, aren't they? It's not just one nationality. I mean, it's all over the world.
It's everywhere, yeah.
So Floyd is in Houston, apparently.
Hey, Carla, are you going to sleep in on Saturday?
Carla.
I think Carla's gone to get coffee. She muted, I think.
So then, if
Carla had to pee.
I wonder
Sorry,
where
there she is.
I had to pee. I had to pee. You know, I've had like 5 cups of coffee. It happens, guys.
Get a bottle and keep it next to you.
Look
You
and
gotta
see if
go,
anybody
you
can
gotta
find out
go.
where the
doesn't-
church is that the funeral's going to be today in Houston. So I'll know how much traffic we're going to have.
Floyd's funeral.
Yeah.
You know what's
Oh.
you know what's really freaking me out? They're having demonstrations in the UK, in Canada. I mean,
Australia.
all over the world, Australia, everywhere.
A couple of our journalists were attacked.
I'm wondering how bad the traffic's going to be in
London.
Houston today.
Gonna be
Because I'll have to
bad.
go through there to get to San Antonio.
Well,
I know,
what
it
time's
sounds
the
selfish,
funeral at?
but
What time's the funeral at? Do you know?
I don't know. They're just now arriving at the
They'll
church.
probably. Well, you said you're not leaving till tonight, so it'll probably be dispersed by the time you go through. You know what I mean? Like, how far is Houston from you?
Hour and a half,
Yeah.
depending on
Well,
where you're going.
maybe I would like find out what time the funeral is.
Yeah.
I don't like
After the funeral is over, because it gives you an hour to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
My
just
brain-
Ew, I just got that.
And
You know how you get one of those creepy. You know how you get one of those creepy God feelings, like, okay, so there's this barrier in front of me, and I'm not supposed to be there when I'm wanting to be there because this now is in my path. You know, it's kind of one of those things. Ugh, I hate that feeling. Oh, Amanda, you better be okay, or I'm gonna kick your ass.
Carla, are you sleeping in on Saturday?
Of course.
Okay.
Absolutely. Those are my days off from now on, Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah. No, I'll try doing Saturday and Sunday. So guys,
What time are?
I mean, I have to have like a day of rest. Come on, guys. And my sleeping in is not like everybody else is sleeping in. My sleeping in is 8 o'clock. That's sleeping in to me. So
I won't be able to do 3 hours. I can do I'm pushing 2.
I don't think I'm going to do 3 hours today because I got lots of things to do. I've got a virtual doctor's appointment today, guys. In other words, my doctor is calling me.
Please tell me it's not your gynecological exam, okay? Please.
It is a gynecologist.
I'm going to need you to get up here on the table.
Stick your phone up into your vagina. Let me have a look.
Spread your legs a little wider,
Oh, actually, it's a Skype appointment. He's still not taking patients in his office. So, mine is actually just to get my refill on my meds. So, because as
Remy,
everybody
did they say
knows,
that?
and I have admitted I'm bipolar, so we have to get, I get my meds for three months at a time. So he has
No, Jason, actually, especially during COVID, it's been pretty reasonable because I've had to take Mom over to see her eye doctor because she gets shots in her right eye so that she doesn't get. She started with macular degeneration in that eye, but she's got cataracts too now. So, yeah, pretty soon.
Yes, Jason.
She'll be tapping around with a cane here in a minute. I'm just like,
traffic is always bad in Houston.
No, it's not.
When you get
Houston is huge, isn't it? Isn't Houston big.
Houston's fucking ridiculous. It's not big. It's fucking ridiculous. That's what it is.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
It's a joke.
When you get hit by a transit authority bus. That's
yeah, really, seriously.
Because your Lyft driver is drunk on vodka.
No, it's during the day, like when people are working, during working hours, it's really not bad at all. And it's been really good with the Corona stuff because, nobody's out. But yeah, today might be tricky. I don't know.
Did they find out
Depends.
that transit bus driver was drunk?
No, it was the Lyft driver.
Oh, the
No.
one that got you to the airport.
Yeah, I reported it to
like,
Lyft, and I reported it to Lyft, and he lost his job.
Oh, okay.
I mean, what if it
Good.
hadn't been so?
Oh, the taxi. You mean a taxi, right? You're not talking about like a
No,
other
a Lyft driver.
Uber driving,
Uber.
Oh,
Lyft.
Uber. Okay.
but it's Lyft, Lyft.
Ginger Locks mom is up.
Oh, that I want to.
Story.
Huh?
I want to
Yes, I
hear
can do it.
Judge Emmett Sullivan's reason why he's not dismissing the case against Michael Flynn. I want to hear what he has to say. It should be interesting. Huh.
Happy
poor
birthday
guy.
again, Miss Murder. How many times? It's like it's always her
you.
birthday. I wake
I
up. It's her
know. It's
birthday.
like,
And
I've
it's her
been
birthday
saying it
again.
for 3 days.
It's a
And I-
birthday again.
And thank you always being my friend. You have said silly things, my sister. Much appreciated.
Well,
But
it's
Jojo,
my
hey,
birthday
I don't
here
hold
in
a grudge.
another 50 minutes.
I do not hold a grudge. It is not for me to hold anybody accountable for anything on the internet, the interweb, the interstate. I saw that one King of Queens where what's his name? Arthur said, I just got this cell phone from the interstate. I just ordered this from the interstate.
I used to love that show. I used to love that show way more, but then I found out what a complete jerk what's his name was, and I was just like, man, that's a
Who?
front.
Kevin James?
Yeah.
Oh, I
Just-
love James.
I hear
thought it was
he is
funny.
the nastiest person to even work for, let alone
Right.
be around.
Huh.
Yeah, it's people that you wouldn't think, but he's not one that I would think. But the rumors that you hear on the internet, but I've not heard good things about him. And I was like, damn it. It's like when you really like somebody and you hear bad things about him, you're like, I wish I didn't know that. Yeah. So he does, he has a YouTube channel during this whole COVID thing, right?
No. I
Oh,
have
yeah.
no idea.
He's putting on his own little things each day.
Oh, really? I have
Mhm.
to talk to him because I really like him. I know you're saying he's a jerk, but I just
Hey, a lot of people are jerks in the world.
Yeah, that's true. You know who else
Yes,
is Mayim Boliock or whatever? She's on the Big Bang Theory. She has her own COVID or whatever.
Oh, Kelly Coco.
Yeah, that's him.
Kelly Cuoco. Her?
Guess what just
No,
happened?
the other one. She used to be. She used to have a show when she was a little kid.
Oh,
Mayim.
Blossom.
Yes, Blossom. She used to play Blossom.
She's still Blossom to me.
Yeah.
Hey,
She's on the
Ginger,
I still call her Blossom. I'm like, it's
Yeah.
Blossom.
I just took the last sip of my Coke. I don't have any more of it.
Guess then that's what? I think your birthday's almost over there, isn't it?
5 minutes to go. I told
Yeah.
you.
You don't have 5 minutes to go out and buy a Coke.
And then it's
I'm
over. Then we can stop being nice to her.
No,
Yep.
she's got to stop drinking the sugar in those horrible cans of
Oh,
Coke and
okay.
Pepsi.
And then we can stop being nice to her after her birthday's
Yeah.
over.
Yep.
Okay.
And I
Gotcha.
did it with 5 minutes to spare, so now you can be mean to me if you see me
No,
drinking.
we wouldn't do that. We're nice people.
Houston Church.
No, I just call
Let me
her
see if I
out
can
on
find
it.
this church.
Oh, are you looking for the funeral? For the funeral?
Oh, that is today, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, no, I'm just figuring my route.
It's
If I
going to
have to
be
get
on
on
all the
610,
channels. I bet you any money.
if I have to get on 610 loop to get around, I'm doomed. I can get on the 610 loop, I just can't ever get off of it. I just keep
What
wandering
time is the
circles.
funeral?
How busy is
I
the
don't know.
I-10?
I don't know. They're just getting to the church now, so I
Oh,
don't
so
know.
it'll be done by the time you leave. You want to bet?
I hope
Yeah,
so.
it
You're
should be.
leaving
But
tonight.
if you're leaving tonight, and I heard part of your story, I'm so sorry to hear misdemeanor.
Yeah, me too.
Thank you.
But
Yeah.
whatever you need, internet wise, we're here.
Oh, let me tell you, this kiddo, she is phenomenal. She's absolutely like she is so awesome. Let me tell you how awesome she is. My nephew is currently he's at San Antonio. He's Air Force, and he's a drill sergeant because they do that stint that they do. and he's supposed to be moving to a different base. However, we're to the point now where his commander at that base has absolutely said, you go nowhere where she cannot be taken care of. So if there's another base, that's fine. But if they don't have a neurosurgeon that can keep her alive, you're not going. You're staying right here, which is pretty freaking cool. And she knows him. When they got home from Seattle, his commanding officer came over, and here he is in shorts. He's rocking up to the door in shorts and some kind of. The boy doesn't know how to dress. First of all, his children dress worse than he does, but they're adorable. They're hysterical, and so they're dressed in God knows what, And here's his commanding officer, and of course he's not in uniform, right? And he's just like shaking his hand. He's like, oh, yeah, we brought this food by. My wife, cooked it. Da da da. Well, Amanda's sleeping. Well, don't wake her up. That's fine. And he leaves. And so after a while, Amanda got up and she went in there and looked at the little tag that was on the food, and it was the wife's name. And she goes, "Oh, did she come by?" And he said, "No. What are you talking about?" She goes, "Well, she brought this food." And he said, "No, some guy brought that by." She goes, "That's your boss." He goes, "Oh shit."
Oh my God.
But they know her more than they know her husband.
That's funny.
She does all of the new incoming wives and families. Kind of runs that show. She does all the photography for the graduations. She's just an awesome individual. Just really, really neat. She's my girl. I love that girl.
How long do you think you'll be staying there for a while?
No, till we figure out if she's going. If they send her to Seattle, which I look for them to do, if they can get her, whatever's going on, they'll probably be sending her to Seattle to the doctor there. He's not military, and it's in a very exclusive hospital, very expensive hospital, but Air Force.
You mean
pays
not
for
all
everything.
hospitals are expensive?
This is worse than most.
Really?
Yeah, it's worse. Yeah.
Real? How does it? Oh my God.
I don't know.
How does it get worse?
It's it's all like a neuro hospital, surgical.
Ooh, okay.
Intense and really
Actually,
intense.
I understand what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah. So and then they fly her on a private flight, and him and they'll take a ventilator, a crash cart, a team, and he will go. And so that flight alone is just insanely expensive, but they got to get her there,
Yeah.
And I was worried about the pressure, but my cousin called him because he used to fly Air Force One, and he said, "No," he said, "I just got back from Japan. One of my really good friends in the military, he just had the same thing done. They had to fly him out, and he did great. It's not a problem with the pressurized cabins. They don't have that period of low pressure when they're just taking off, when your ears pop and whatnot. That's all they're experiencing. It's not enough to do the damage you would think it would do." And I said, "Okay, I'm good with that." But they were there 2 months before, and we just kind of staggered between me, mom, and my sister, taking care of kids, either bringing them here or keeping them at their house because they're in school, or they were when it happened before. So most of the time I would go over and just stay with them and get them back and forth to school, get them up, homework done, get them fed. Well, I didn't have to cook because they're Air Force. And let me tell you, when you're Air Force and something happens in your family, you want for nothing. Well, and that's any military, actually.
And that's also police as well.
Yes.
That's also police.
It's a great place for her to be. But I just want her to be okay. She's been pissed off about that eye because they weren't going to do surgery on it just to align the muscles so that it would be straight, because it would like wander. She just didn't have any control over that left eye. And it just worries me that it's behind that eye, because it's just screaming that big old lemon behind there.
Ooh.
I wish they would have I get it. They wanted it to do it on its own so that the brain would naturally go back into shape.
Yeah.
But damn, I don't know.
I guess the operation risk would be too high.
Oh no, now it would probably it would be, you'd have to do it now at some point, depending on what it is. If it's an active bleed that's causing it, I mean, you'd have to, first of all, go in and reduce the pressure and then stop the bleed as well. And then figure out what you're going to do from there. She's only got one working carotid right now.
Shit.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. And she's constantly, having to do checkups at the doctor and getting all kinds of things done. So they've stayed on top of it. So if it's something that's happened, it may be something new. It may be a new aneurysm. If you've got 5, chances are you're going to be watching for that the rest of your life because apparently you're predisposed to formulating aneurysms. You just are. And I wonder about her oldest child because she gets frequent nosebleeds. And that worries me.
Well, my youngest gets frequent nosebleeds very much.
How many kids do they have?
2. They have a girl and a boy.
Yeah.
And the girl is the one that has the nosebleeds, and she's always had them. But that just kind of alerts you to there's an easy bleeding situation going on in this head for whatever reason. Then we find out about all these aneurysms. So they want to. Girl, this child, her doctors are published because of her. She's done some, but not all that she's signed up to do. Gone to different universities, different hospitals to give assist in lectures on the surgeries that they've done on her because it's never been done before. She's a unicorn. She's an absolute unicorn.
Wow.
So that wouldn't be my way. I'd want to be a unicorn, but I also wouldn't want to have a third boob either. So there's that.
True.
Just saying. I don't know.
See, just when you think you have it bad, sometimes there's always someone that has it worse.
There's always somebody who has it worse. Always.
Yeah.
Always. I learned. Someone always has it worse.
She's a cool human.
What we
and her
don't
little
know
boy.
what's going on in people's families sometimes.
Her son is picked. Her son is picked out of her husband's ass with a fork. He acts like him. Listen, that child was born to torment me. He does everything he can to embarrass me in public, whatever it takes. It doesn't. He'll say, "Aunt Susan," I'm like, "What?" "My balls are so sweaty." I'm like, "Stephen, shut up. I don't want to talk about your sweaty balls." Okay. No, I need like a cup of ice so I can put them there because, ugh.
Oh my God, that's
They're
funny.
chafing. And he'll chase me through Walmart screaming this shit. I'm like, if you don't stop, this is as an adult.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I'm thinking he's 9.
No, it gets worse. This is my nephew. Now his son is going to be just like him. And I can't wait because I hope I'm going to teach him now how to embarrass the shit out of his dad. Watch. I'll figure out something. He looks like him. He talks just like him. He gets up. If he's staying with me, he'll get up and he'll come in there and he'll sit down on the bed and he'll look at me. He'll go, "You can feed me now." All right, let me get right onto that.
Really?
Little man.
I want to find out more about what's going on in San Antonio, Texas, about this murder-suicide.
What?
Happened 4 days
Oh,
ago.
that one that the family died.
Military family.
Talking about it last night.
Husband, wife, 4 children, 2 cats, all dead.
It was. They said it was a murder-suicide. So
obviously,
obviously,
they're in the military, but I don't know what branch.
Good grief.
That's sad.
Well, let's see. I know they've got Air Force. Do they have Army in San Antonio? I don't think they do. It's just Air Force. I don't know.
Oh,
not sure.
I'm giving out military secrets to the Aussies. Shh. Don't rat me out. Like y'all couldn't find out where our shit is.
Eat your
Yeah, I know they got.
Sorry.
I don't even know the name of the base he's at. Isn't that awful? We went to the hospital there. That's all I know. Hospital there is amazing. It's the coolest looking hospital ever. Besides the Children's Hospital in Overland Park, Kansas, is over the top, freaking cool for kids. They really did a good job on that hospital.
CHOP is a good one too in Philadelphia for kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
We're silent right now.
Cricket.
Why
Yeah,
are we
well,
still
kinda-
fucking rioting? What? Oh, these
Oh, I
people.
know. Like, this
They
is
need to stop it.
ridiculous.
God
He's
dang.
going to be buried today. I think they need that their point was made.
No,
once,
here's the
once,
thing.
once you start the looting and the rioting, you lost your point.
You've
Oh,
lost
exactly.
yeah. And the thing is you're not having any interesting dialogue going on because you're too busy acting like jackasses. I mean, if you really want it solved, you really want to get your voice heard, that's not the way to do it.
But you have to.
But
the people who are doing the looting, majority are kids.
Well, that and they have no intention of talking about anything. They could care less about what happened to cause it.
No.
Right.
They just want to steal.
Half of them are jackasses, and the other half are paid by Soros. There you go.
Oh, Lord.
I hear you. I'm like, it's too much. I stopped watching TV.
I know.
I am going to watch some of the funeral. I just want to see how big it's going to be. It's going to be on all
I
the
don't
shows.
I don't know how much of Al Sharpton I can take.
Yeah, I don't know if he's gonna talk. I don't think
he did yesterday.
Yeah, he does all the time.
That's all he does.
Sometimes he makes it worse. I'm just saying. I think
he needs to. I think he really pumps up the crowd to get pissed off, and it just doesn't help.
Wasn't there a thing that the girl said that she was gang raped or something, and it turned out it wasn't really true?
Yes. But that wasn't Sharpton, was it?
I have no idea what you're talking about now.
I don't think that was Sharpton, though.
Well, maybe it wasn't Sharpton. It might have been what's this, Jesse? What's the other one?
Every time I see him, I picture him as being fat still. Before the surgery. Yeah.
Why did he have surgery?
Yeah, he had gastric bypass surgery.
Oh yeah.
Did he really?
Apparently, that's what he spent all the money on that he didn't pay his taxes with.
Oh my God, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, he used to be a little chunker.
Do you think I'd be able to lose 66 pounds by Christmas?
Sure.
What is it? It's June.
Just stop drinking pop.
Yes, you
go
should.
on one of those what do you call it? Low carb.
Oh, that's Mom. I'll be right back.
I gotta eat more. I've got to start eating 3 meals a day.
Little meals more often.
Yeah. Yeah.
Instead of you like starve yourself and eat just one meal a day. I don't think that's good.
Don't get hungry.
I know, but force yourself. Just little meals.
Friends just showed up at my house. I'll catch you guys in a little bit.
Yeah, I think I'm going to shut down. It's been over 2 hours.
All right.
Yep.
It's been over 2 hours. Yeah, I'm going to shut down.
Okay.
Miss Murder's going to bed. So, hey guys, thank you. Yeah, thank you for, I'm going to talk to, I want to talk to, Misdemeanor about what's going on with her. So, you guys have a great day. Love you all. Mean it. Thank you for coming. Wait, let me wave. Bye. Thank you for coming. Guys, I love you. Seriously. Bye, Bridget. Happy birthday again.
Thank you.
Bye.